Hey,
Hello.
welcome
What's
back
going on?
to the APE
How's
Audio
it
Podcast, episode 3.
Nice.
Yeah. We're here with our buddy Tyler Enns.
Yes.
Yo, Tyler.
Thank you
Hi.
for having me. I actually wanted to do this.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to do this since I knew you guys were starting up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Also here with Ian and Patrick, my
Hello.
good pals.
Hey,
Once again.
Christian.
Hey, what's up?
It's just, what's up, man?
So Tyler is a local poet, skateboarder, hip-hop artist, savant, whatever you want to call him.
Savant? I've never heard that. I'll take it, though.
Yeah.
Take it, man.
Yeah.
It's good.
So yeah, we're going to talk all about you today, and you're going to divulge some secrets.
Go nuts. Ask me anything.
Cool.
There's no limits. Whatever you want to dig
Ooh.
into.
Cool.
That's risky.
Yeah,
So-
go nuts.
I think like on the previous 2 weeks, we're going to do this little thing where we do a quick crash course on you, where we're going to ask you what your first cringy musical memory is, or like a first song that kind of came up. Then we're going to go to like what was a turning point in music for you, and then kind of where you're at right now.
Absolutely, yeah. Let's go. The earliest is funny, and I hope you guys find it funny. It was Eminem's "Cleaning Out My Closet."
Hey.
That's the cringiest.
not bad.
thing.
No,
Like,
that's not too bad. That's
That's
not too bad.
bad.
Mine was Aaron Carter, so I don't know. You
Really,
you
eh?
definitely got me beat.
Mine
you know
was
what?
Sucks to Be You by Prozac.
Oh, okay.
B44. You heard it
No, I don't know. I feel unusual. I shouldn't have probably been listening to Eminem if that's my first earliest memory of music.
How old were you?
Oh God, 5 or 6 maybe.
Holy
Maybe even 7.
schmokers.
Damn.
Nice.
Dude, my parents were all right. My mom loved Eminem, and that's I think I just kind of heard it in the car,
Yeah.
and it was yeah, she always liked him.
How old is your mom?
Over 40s for sure. man.
Wrong answer.
No.
20.
20.
She
no.
looks 25. She's a
Yeah.
beautiful woman.
right.
Jeez, Christian.
She is a beautiful woman, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember.
So was she like purchasing you Eminem records and stuff when you were that little?
I remember one record she bought me. Curtain Call?
Cool.
Yeah. And I remember I didn't even have to beg. I remember specifically like walking by, looking at it, and she's like, "You know what? We should probably buy that."
We should probably
Yeah,
buy that.
and I
Holy
remember,
shit.
yeah. And so I guess it started from her. I think like even asking her now, if you were to ask her now, she'd be like, "Yeah, that was a good choice."
Cool.
I turned out okay, I think.
Yeah, no
I
doubt.
was an angry kid, but I think I'm.
I mean, for me, like I basically had to write up a thesis for my parents to ever even consider purchasing me a CD with explicit lyrics on
Really,
it, and they
eh?
still just didn't even fucking do it until I was like way older than I should have been for
No way.
owning a CD of that
My-
kind of content.
Yeah.
What else was on Curtain Call?
What do you mean,
Like,
song
what-
wise?
Yeah.
Never
Yeah.
enough.
Never know.
Who else was
I
on
don't
that?
remember that one.
Was Mockingbird on there?
The one with the red. You know what I mean? To the red
Oh no,
curtain.
wait, no, like Curtain Call. I was thinking the other
I don't know nothing about Curtain
Was it
Call.
Encore?
Same.
I was thinking of
I-
Encore.
Maybe
I
that's
don't
the
know
one I'm
shit
thinking
about
of, too.
either of those.
The one I'm thinking of is the red.
Does
the
that
one with
got
the
White
red
America
curtain.
on it?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
for sure it did. It definitely had "Sing for the Moment." That was my favorite song.
Cool.
Yeah,
True.
Clean
True.
out my closet, "Sing for the Moment." I was like, "Oh, dude,
So
he's talking."
since you were really little, you were already like listening to hip hop like right off the hop.
Yeah, but today I don't listen to a lot of rap whatsoever. It dipped. It went from like, yeah, this is exactly what it should be for music, and then I got introduced to different music through different people. Like
Cool.
you grow up through school, right? And you meet a bunch of different people. And I hung out with musicians even through high school and stuff, but even before that. But yeah, I don't know why I left it.
What do you listen to now?
Now, kind of the cliche stuff for somebody. I love Ed Sheeran, a man named James Blunt.
Hey, James Blunt.
Um,
Blonde.
What I'm listening to now is I love John Mayer's Heavier Things and Room for Squares. Always takes me back. But if you're gonna ask me the turning point where I was like, oh, music is so much more diverse than I thought, it was Ben Howard. If you've ever heard Ben
Interesting.
Howard.
What about Ben Howard caught
don't
your
know.
attention? You
I
know,
d- I,
just tweaked something with you.
I couldn't tell you, and I have a friend too who says the same thing. Like Ben Howard is just this special of something I don't know. but it was something, and it was enough to like convert to like a different mindset from music.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And then I started playing like guitar, and I realized like I kind of want to sound ambient and abstract, I guess, in a way.
Sure.
Like
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I mean, like I grew up listening to like a lot of rock, punk,
Right.
blues, that kind of thing. And now like that I've grown up a little bit, I've departed like big time. Like not to say I don't still love that kind of stuff,
Right.
but I find myself listening to like things that are completely like not even adjacent to that kind of music anymore.
Did your parents listen to music at all?
A ton
Did
of
you get
music. Yeah, yeah.
Influenced?
They just they didn't really understand hip hop and stuff, which is kind of like what I'm mostly into now.
Yeah.
It just didn't make sense to them. CNN told them that it was bad and that white
that was
folks in
it,
the
eh?
suburbs shouldn't listen to it. Yeah, and they were just like, that's where they drew the line. They're like, yeah, you're not getting any CDs. We don't know what it all means.
We don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then you started pirating all your music.
Yeah, exactly. They forced me into illegal activity.
Blame your
See?
parents.
See?
You,
My
you
parents
don't
were
buy your
just
kid
like-
what they want, they're going to find a way to get it.
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
exactly it, I think. That's funny.
Yeah. So then okay, so you've gone through that period and then kind of where are you at right now?
I'm slowly getting back into hip hop a
Yeah.
little bit, because I'm a rapper, right?
Yeah, for
And
sure.
For the longest time, I've always thought of myself as a poet, like you said, and a writer, and so that's where it started from.
Yeah.
And so I would write like little short stories that would go nowhere,
Right,
you know,
right.
and toss them out, and then you'd write, you know, how your day went, turned into poetry, turned into like honesty, which I loved, and then it's like, you know what? I was freestyling in high school a little bit with my friends just because it's fun. Write something a little bit more abstract for hip hop. What I'm listening to now is I kind of stick to one kind of group. If you've ever heard of the Palmer Squares,
Hell yeah. Palmer
have,
Squares
eh?
is
Okay.
sick.
perfect. And I can honestly say like they're probably the only reason that I decided I'm gonna go for it.
Sure.
Because these guys were like, "Yo, we're the best of the best. We're idiots as well.
Yeah, man.
We're human beings. Like we're just doing our thing." And they always had behind the scenes stuff as well. And I was like, "Yeah, these people are people. I can do this." You know?
Yeah, they have a really cool mantra. And like
Yeah.
the first time I heard them, I was like, okay, these guys are onto something a little bit different here. It's pretty
Right.
cool.
And you can tell the poetic vibe. Fell in love after that. I was
Yeah.
like, "That's it." Yeah.
Have they been around long?
I'm not sure. He probably knows better than I do.
They go back a long time. They were doing it in high school, and I think they even have their first song from high school.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I think
I
the
couldn't
first
even
time I
tell
heard
you.
them was probably like 2016,
Yeah.
2015
before that,
maybe, but I'm
before,
sure they
yeah.
had stuff before
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Because I had just come across them on like a Spotify Discover like randomly.
Really?
And it was like one of those things where you just like, you save one song, you listen to it a ton of times, but you don't really explore the artist. And it was like maybe a year or two later where I was like, oh, maybe I should check out these guys. Holy shit, the rest of their catalog is just as good as this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, it's funny because I didn't want to listen to them at first because they were good. They were so good.
And that's why you didn't want to listen
And
to
that's
them?
why I didn't, because I'm like, all right, like I thought maybe, you know, you can do, these guys got it, we'll let them do it, da 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 da. And then I started like obsessing about them, and I'm like, okay, I'm figuring it out. Like it's math in a way, you know?
Sure, yeah.
And it's systemic.
Is it so I know like a lot of comedians say they kind of suffer from this where they go like, I don't like watching stand up. I don't like seeing other comedians work because I don't want to like unintentionally subconsciously like steal anything from them.
Yep.
Does that ever happen to you?
Dude, I have to stop listening to them, and I actually did. And to the point where I'm like, dude, enough's enough, man. Like who's child now? Like you have to be that.
That's rough.
Because you gotta do this, man.
Yeah.
That's
Because-
a weird disconnect.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
yeah,
sure,
man.
for sure. Like it's something I've never had to do personally, but
Mm-hmm.
The very essence of your being.
yeah, right.
It's
Like to go like, oh, I love these groups and artists so much. Got to
Yep.
stop listening to them.
Yeah.
That would just break my heart.
That's what happened
Right.
with metal.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Just like I had to relearn guitar and everything.
Mm.
It's fucking weird, man. It's tough to do.
I guess
is.
it's like almost like an exercise in like being more abstract though. Like it allows you to kind of take a different viewpoint. You're
Yeah.
forced to like make up your own viewpoint
Yeah.
and style for sure.
A lot of it was like you said, man. Subconsciously, it just bleeds into you, and you're like, oh, when
Definitely.
you're just the Palmer Squares flow saying like stuff.
Yeah,
man.
definitely,
So
definitely.
like, who do you want to be? Like, you know. So I stopped listening to that. You listen to other music. You go back to that because you never want to leave that. I love the Palmer Squares to death. But you're right, man. It opens up. You get more diverse.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like going back, I wanted to like list you as a poet first because I know you write a ton.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like, yeah, I don't know. It to me, it doesn't seem like you're like, oh, I'm gonna be a rapper. Like you seem like more of like a wordsmith to me. Is that kind of accurate?
It's accurate, but a lot of it had to do with like confidence issues, you know?
Sure.
The writer was easier than the rapper.
Right. Yeah.
So
yeah.
when you think about it like that, it's like, okay, well, you can write for sure, but maybe you can't rap.
Yeah, definitely.
But like even the show that just ended just blew my mind apart. I was like, okay, like it was up here,
Yeah.
and then you can bring it down here.
Yeah. So
You can step
that was
on it.
at the Doors pub in
Yeah.
Cambridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
Hamilton.
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 Okay. So what was that all about?
It was all about fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
That's
it
sick.
was a really, really good vibe. I was kind of nervous because I've first live performance ever.
Oh,
And,
really?
Yeah. I was.
Breakthrough.
Yeah.
Cool.
In high school, I'd play the guitar, maybe even sing a little bit. in
We're gonna
front of
get
some-
into that later. I did a little bit of digging, so we got some
Nice.
funny tidbits for you.
Hell yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, but I'm gonna keep the suspense up for a little while.
Oh, good man. Oh no, I'm excited now. But never rap. And I remember even my buddy Nick telling me like a while ago, like a long time ago, he's like, dude, you gonna rap, right? And I'm like, I don't know, you know, this. And then now he's at the show
Yeah.
looking at me, and I'm like, dude, I
Oh, that's
rapped.
what that was? Yeah.
I rapped. Yeah, that was my buddy Nick.
Oh,
Cool.
So
cool.
it was really, really fun, super beneficial, and it was a blast. It really was.
Is it kind of like a catalyst? Like, do you want to do more
Yeah.
of that kind
Oh,
of thing?
I went home and I was like just laying in bed and I'm reeling over like, okay, you got to figure out what you did right, what you did wrong, and then how you're gonna like come back. And I wrote it down.
Yeah.
And it was a good feeling to be like, to build on the foundation of having that first one done.
Sure.
It's over, you know.
Yeah, I
So-
find when you kind of do things that are a little bit out of your comfort zone, it
Yeah.
sort of allows you to like deconstruct and reconstruct yourself
Mhm.
because you get this like totally different perspective. You're not just inside your head
Yeah.
where like most of us are just super critical of
Right.
ourselves all the time.
Yeah.
You probably had way
Oh,
like overly critical
Story
for
of
sure.
our lives,
Y-
huh?
You probably have a lot of people that were just like, yo, you fucking killed it. That was sick, blah, blah, blah. Probably
Yeah.
didn't hear a bad thing in the crowd there, right?
was-
And you go, wow, maybe I'm not as shit as I thought.
Right.
yeah.
What do you think you did wrong at the show? What would
Oh.
you change?
Oh, definitely, yeah. I would change the. Let's see here. Breath control for sure, 100%. Because when you're practicing at home, it's a lot different. You know, you're yelling at a dog, and then next thing you know, you're like yelling to the back, all the way to the back,
Yeah.
and
Project a lot more, so your body's just like giving
Yeah.
it more. So
and then you're jumping around, and you want to, but at the same time, you're like, well, you know, don't like do backflips and like lose all your breath out of your lungs.
Sure.
You know,
time to get on that treadmill.
time to
that
get on that
cardio.
treadmill, and yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah,
Start running.
that's cool. That's cool for sure.
And I definitely would change the fact that I give myself a little leeway because it was the first time, but I didn't know what to do with myself
Mhm.
because I'm up there and I'm like, do I be up here? Do I be down here? And then once you get in the zone, you're in the zone. But to keep it consistently in that headspace and to realize that it doesn't matter what you're doing, just do it, you
Mhm.
know? But I like the fact that that happened. So now it's not a fact of going like, hey, introduce myself, this is what I got. It's more of a performance now.
Right.
And I can push it to like, kind of like, yo, in your face.
Yeah,
you know?
that's super
this is
cool.
my second time.
Seemed pretty natural though. You seem.
Yeah.
you
Did
seem-
I? Okay.
yeah.
Well, that was the one thing I was like critical about when I got home too. I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
So were you thinking about it a lot while you were on stage? Like,
yes and no.
yeah.
Yeah, it like it wasn't consistent. So
Right.
I flowed in and I flowed out, but I was mostly in, and I was very happy about that.
Cool. Was the crowd really receptive?
Yeah, at times.
Yeah.
And then there was times where it went silent,
Yeah.
and then you get in your head a little bit, but I was able to be like, sweep it aside.
Sure,
Next
sure.
song, boom. You know.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who-
the first song, people were loving you.
Yeah. I thought it was the first. We're going to come out swinging, and the energy was good. That's another thing, yeah, I would have changed is have energy for that whole 20 minutes, you know?
Yeah.
Because it kind of comes up, it comes down. Have energy for that, like, whole set.
yeah.
And so I would definitely change that.
So did you like burst right off the start?
I gave, like, a good amount.
Yeah.
And then the second song was good. And then I'm like, well, you still got a lot of songs to do. And then you think about how you're behaving. And
Sure.
yeah, but I was telling my buddy, too, I wish this was, like, the 8th time.
Yeah.
So I can show you, what it is, you know?
So how many songs did you end up performing?
Oh, man, like 9, 8.
Wow.
maybe 8.
I'm sure. Was that like extremely tiring? Like by the end of it?
No.
Well, that's good.
You went from like
That's
song
good.
to song to song, so it was like pretty.
Yeah, and I had the live mic too, so I was feeling like everyone hears everything, man. So
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
Cool.
yeah.
That's awesome.
But I really practiced a lot, man. I did at home because I knew just whatever happens. You cannot change the inevitability of this new environment.
Sure.
But what you can change.
Hell yeah.
And you
for
can be
sure.
prepared. And I like that. I like that mindset.
Cool. So yeah, you're looking forward to do some more shows
Oh,
if they come
100%.
up. Are you gonna actively pursue them or wait for them to kind of
No.
come
And that's
to you?
we were talking about that on the way home as well. And my buddy, man, I called him and he said the same thing, and I'm like, okay, well, God's here, you know. And yeah, to push forward is now the next step, you know. Consistency. Nobody wants.
Sure.
You know, you stop posting for a little bit, you kind of slide out,
Yeah.
and then there's people who slide in and they're slide back out.
Yeah,
so-
definitely. Consistency is like the name of the game now.
Yeah.
For sure.
But the first show helped so much. It was just a good experience just to see like it's a bunch of people.
Yeah.
So just relax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? We freestyled at the
Yeah.
beginning. It was great.
I think that was a great like kind of icebreaker for everyone. They kind of were just like doing sound check. They played some beats, and then just to do mic check, everyone kind of just like traded off. There was some like groups of pairs and like combinations of pairs of people, and then
Yeah.
they were just like freestyling. And
What sound check?
I
Cool.
was there.
So speaking of new endeavors and speaking of freestyling, I
Mhm.
saw that you're looking to start your own kind of podcast off the top.
Yeah, not so much I guess a live podcast as we're
Yeah.
doing right here.
Yeah.
More of I would eventually like it to be that, but for right now I'd like to put my clips on YouTube, have like a 17-minute hopefully banter with other people. I have a lot of people in the skateboarding industry. You guys are in the music industry. I like that stuff. So but yeah, I'm hoping to get that started, and it helps so much with confidence too. I
Yeah, for
love
sure.
the fact that it's already like, you know, episode 3. We can just throw on Instagram, 60 seconds, put your clip on YouTube, move on.
Yeah, you
Do
seem like
that,
a
do
great
that.
MC. You seem like super confident behind
Yeah.
the mic.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm sure like since you get to stay at home and kind of do it, that probably helps with it as well.
100%.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Cool. So like is there any specific subject matter and stuff you want to touch on with it?
With the podcast
Yeah.
itself? No, it's off the top. It was supposed to be me and my buddy Andrew, who freestyled since high school, freestyled in the car, like, you know, like kids do. And we wanted it to be off the top. That's freestyle, you know, off the top.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, yeah, he ended up going to Toronto, living this awesome life, and he's pursuing acting.
Cool.
And so now I'm like, you know what, man? I'm going to do this. And then you're going to be like, all right, I'm in after, you know, this comes back.
Yeah,
and
I'll
he's
come
like,
back.
I definitely have time to do this with you.
Cool.
And I know he will.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you have a couple tracks recorded with some artists around town.
Yes,
yeah?
I do.
Nicky Columbus,
Love Nicky to death.
Nick
Shout out.
Petchek, a friend
Yep.
of ours.
Yep, for sure.
We're gonna play this track here so people can kind of get a taste of what
What
caliber
I
of
do.
skill you got,
Oh,
where
wow.
where Nicky's at too.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanna let that go, Devin. So what was the recording process like for this tune?
This was an awesome recording process. I don't think I lived up to what I wanted to be for this one, though.
Oh really?
Yeah, 100% honest. That's exactly what it was. But
Was it like a time restraint thing, or was it like
Nope.
just your headspace?
a little bit of headspace, and a little bit of still not knowing what I'm doing, you know? Because, like, people are helping me out, and it's different than my room, and he's using different equipment and stuff like that I don't know. And so it was kind of that. But Nicky was so helpful, and that's why I love the fact that this got made, because he pushed me into, I remember leaving ecstatic, even though I didn't perform the way I thought I would. I was like, yeah, my boy, like, he's
Where'd
got
the beat come
advice.
from?
What's that?
Where'd the beat come from?
I'm not quite sure. You're gonna have to ask Nicky. You know?
This particular song, like I don't even know if I had met you when this song came out.
Yeah.
But the vibe of it is so fresh and so nice.
Oh
like
man, I love that.
cool.
Yeah. No, and he sent me the instrumental, and he actually sent me the his clip, what he's doing now before.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, oh yeah, okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So did you guys you record this at your house then?
His house.
Okay.
Yep.
Where does he record? Does he have like a little cold cellar or something?
Dude, it's awesome. It's phenomenal, man. Have you seen Harry Potter?
Yeah.
You know where Harry Potter slept?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Because
it's
I've
a
seen.
lot more spacious. A lot more spacious.
Sure, I've seen like little videos of him like recording
Yeah.
in whatever kind of room that
Right.
is. I'm like, where the hell is this kid?
Yeah, man. When I first seen it, I was like, dude, this is like, you're just hidden, man. You got
Yeah,
your whole
for
zone
sure, for
right
sure.
here. Loved it.
And as
for
far as
sure.
I know, he spends a lot of time in there.
A lot of time, man. He's coming out with a new song as well. Can't remember the exact date,
Cool,
but
cool.
it's called Other
Insider
Side.
info.
We'll have to keep our ears peeled for that one.
100%. He's the melodic king.
Yeah,
He really
like-
is, man.
yeah.
And I love it because when
His
I'm
hooks are filthy.
feeling down, I think I have 2 CDs of
Cool.
him now.
Cool.
And I throw those on for sure because
Yeah,
I need to.
I remember this little kid hustling around our high school with these mixtapes he would burn himself, and
Yeah, man.
he's
I
like
didn't know
chucking them
Nicky.
around. I'm like, who the hell is this kid?
That's so funny.
And like I
man.
discredit him for so long, and,
Right.
and then then I put it on. I'm like, holy smokes,
Right.
he fucking killed it.
Ian, did you
crazy.
get any of those CDs?
I don't think so.
Neither. I don't think I ever saw that.
You're gonna get tossed him.
Was he just tossing it around his classes?
Or
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he went under the alias Kryptonic for sure. Yeah. So
Okay.
Or Kryptonic, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Kryptonic, I don't know.
either or.
No.
Nicky Columbus now.
Right. But no, I always love working with Nicky. I hope to do it again in the future.
Cool.
Nicky, hit me up.
Shout out,
Yep.
shout out. So what in particular did you like enjoy about like recording this tune with him?
He was so honest with me, and it
Yeah?
was Sometimes when you
So he
record,
just told you you're garbage?
no, he just said, yeah, okay, but better words.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, he literally turned it off, and he's like, okay, spit it to me right now.
Yeah.
Don't worry, like, we're not gonna record anything. Like, I'm gonna go over here, just look at me and spit it to me. And I did that, and we go through like sessions like that, and it would just bring out a little bit more and a little bit more. But then I'd get back in my head and back in my head. So it was hard because at the end of the session, I was like, oh man. I don't know if it's gonna work out right now. I just don't know. It could work out if we give me like 3 more days, but it didn't happen that way.
Right.
And I didn't want to say anything either, like I want 3 more days, dog.
Yeah, of
But
course,
it's your
of course.
it's your song, you know. And I even said to him like, you know, if it works better without me, push the song without me. But he said he liked it with me. He really
Sure,
did.
sure.
So
Nice.
Yeah, it's kind of tough too, cause like, if you're an artist and the ball's rolling on some music,
Yeah.
you don't really want to stop with it, cause then it
Yeah.
might just never get finished.
You have to
Exactly,
like catch
yeah.
the momentum for what it is. and
Yeah, hell
For
yeah.
how you feel about it, and then
Yeah.
just do your best.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I like. For me, I will have a fire lit under my ass for like maybe 8 hours, and if I don't bang out everything I possibly can in that 8 hours, it's not happening.
You
Right.
hate yourself.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I listen back to it once after that, and I go, nah,
Yeah.
no.
You listen to it like the next day, and you're like, turn
That
the song,
ain't
and then
it.
like the first 3 seconds, you're just like,
Yeah, you can
Oh, yeah.
feel it in your bones for sure.
100%.
That's what happens when you start editing music too much too.
Yeah,
I
The
hate
more
the
you listen to
repetition.
it, the more you're just like, Jesus Christ, this fucking
I
song.
hate the repetition.
yeah,
man.
dude.
And then you get even less confident. You're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
dude, I don't even like you, man. Like I'm hearing you every day.
there's definitely like points of self doubt.
Yeah.
But I
Oh,
think
for
it's
sure.
like, I always think about just the reward is just the end result.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the hardest thing to get because you have to literally put the most hours up until you get to it. But
Yeah.
the reward is like the best thing in the world because you just want to listen back to it like so many times and you're just like, oh,
And you're proud
Yeah.
of what you've
yes.
done. Yeah.
I am
It's a
finally
little
satisfied.
different now, like the way we record as well. Like, if you were trying to write a great piano piece like 100 years ago, you would maybe not exactly have it note for note being written down. Like, you might practice on the theory for like months on end and kind of like get in a pocket.
Yeah.
Where now, like, you write a melody and then you're listening to that melody back identical 100 times in a row, and then
that's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
you have to be completely insane to not hate that sound
Right.
after just doing that,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
But there's also the opposite where you go back and you hear something that you've done like a while ago
Yeah.
that just wasn't up to par, but it's great now.
Yeah,
You know? And
that's
you're
so
like,
bizarre.
Yeah.
It is bizarre, yeah. And that I always sometimes I'll go back, I'll do that just to give myself like, you hated all this, but it was pretty good.
It means
Right.
you had it in you all along.
You did. And I preach that a lot, man. Because even like I withhold myself from life a lot just because of comfortability. I've always done that since I was a kid. And now it's like, from the first show, it's like, dude, nothing's scary, man. Nothing's scary.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think you're coming into like this age bracket where it's like a transition time, right? Like you
Yeah.
had people kind of holding your hand for so long.
So long.
And now it's all on your shoulders, right?
Yeah, man.
And like, if you sit there and don't do anything, you start to get like a little depressed or bummed out, and you're like, wow, I wish I would just like kind of grab life by the balls and like take advantage, like go out and do these shows or
Right.
do this and do that.
Well,
So I think like once you kind of get it started, you don't want to stop. Like, it's so much fun. It
No.
gives you a great feeling.
It definitely does. You need the momentum, and if you don't get the momentum, then it's hard to start again.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
once you get the momentum, it just flows you
Yeah,
forward again.
for sure.
But yeah,
Where'd you get your beats for the show?
a person called Syndrome Beats on YouTube, all platforms really. You can just find them just like that. And
Did you buy them?
no, these are just free beats. Don't get paid for them, so I was
Sweet.
like, yeah.
Shout out Syndrome Beats.
Yeah.
Seriously, he's really, really good.
Wow.
Cool.
He's got some awesome stuff. I even think he's from Ontario, somewhere around Ontario,
Hey.
cool.
which is super fucking cool.
I actually kind of really love like the way media is working right now, where it's like a ton of content is free, and then the people can look into doing like certain advertisements and stuff afterwards as a
Yeah.
revenue stream.
Yeah,
I feel like it gets artists a lot more exposure than they
Mhm.
normally would if things were kind of locked up behind a paywall.
right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely. They can release enough content that they can give you like enough free tidbits that it's satisfying to like have even like maybe sometimes replay value, but
Yeah,
at the same time it's like, okay, if you want to pay for it, it's gonna
Yeah,
be
for
even way
sure.
better. Yeah.
and it's also like what you get paid for too. I haven't been paid for anything in rap. Even the
Yeah.
show, I was like, I'm probably not gonna sell some tickets and stuff and stuff like that. So, and I was talking about this guy over here because I don't really have anything to call my own except for the words. You know what I mean? So the next step is to like get some good foundational product. You know?
Sure.
Yeah.
So would you be looking to like work with like an actual producer instead of grabbing
Anybody.
beats off YouTube and
Oh,
stuff like that?
100%. Yeah.
Cool.
The YouTube beats was for the Instagram because they were
Yeah.
nice and short, and I'm like, yeah, nice and easy.
Sure.
See if it rolls, and then you get your handheld so long that you use these beats for way too long.
Yeah, right.
You know, so
Plus, producers are a weird type. They kind of just like sit in their room by themselves, and you might never come across one.
right. Yeah. I've worked with a person called Johnny.
Yeah.
If you've ever seen or ever heard of him, and he produced one song for me, which was awesome. I was happy to work with him, and looking to expand, of course, for sure.
Cool. So, you did another song recently with Alice Winters.
Yes.
Yeah. That song's super dope.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you think you're going to continue down the path of working with other artists, or would you like to kind of like carve out your own solo stuff as well?
Solo stuff would be great. Other artists would be great. I don't have any like. If I think about the direction too long, it just gets the OCD gets in there.
Yeah.
The key is to you can either think or you can either do. You can't do both. You know,
Right.
like what I'm
Yeah,
talking about.
definitely.
You just gotta do. So that's just the way I've been going with it. Just do it. Work with this person. Work by yourself. Do this. What do you want? This.
Cool.
This.
You spat out your part for this song pretty quickly too.
Yeah.
I-
Said like give it a couple days because remember you were like, oh, I need a couple days to like figure out the vibe because this is kind of a different vibe of like beat
Yeah.
that I need to rap over. So
Is this the one that you got me to write here?
Yeah.
Or was that a?
Yeah,
No,
it's just-
No, that was a different one that you guys did.
Oh,
No, yeah, that was the
Right.
one with that was the one with Nick, like the one with
So
Nick
then-
Columbus who we were just playing.
Yeah.
and then you recorded this at home then?
This one here?
Yeah.
No, I recorded this here.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. But
I,
yeah, no,
I
it was good.
wanted you to record that day because I showed you it and you were like, oh, I might need to take this home first. He's like, yeah, and then so you took it home and then you came back on like a Friday or something and then you just
Oh, you were
laid
worried
down
that I
your
wouldn't
part.
come back for you.
No, I wasn't worried. I was just
I would
like,
be worried.
yo, do something right now.
I
Just,
would-
just try something out.
I would be worried. No, that's hilarious. Yeah. But no, I know what you mean. Yeah. No, that's good.
Well, you did a great job, man.
Thank you. Yeah.
The bars you put down are like, they're so earwormy to me. Like, this song gets stuck in my head
Really, eh?
all the time. Yeah.
Right on. That makes me feel great, man. 'Cause
Yeah,
now
it's super cool.
it's another person telling me that instead of me like, are you doing that? You know?
Yeah, dude. And the way you ride the beat is just like perfect. It's
Right
perfect.
on, right
Super
on.
good.
Yeah. No, I was digging this.
Cool. So, how did you like get in touch with Alice? Through Ian?
Literally, yep. He's
Cool.
like, dude, we did this show. I think you worked with Alice, right, for the one show in the same venue.
Yeah, she
Or how did you
organized
get
it, I
in
think.
touch?
Yeah, she organized it, and then But before that, we played a show, and then that's how we got in contact. And then, yeah, she needed somebody to lay vocals down because they like bailed or something. And then I just was like,
got the perfect guy.
Boom. Yeah. And seriously, and it's funny how that works because I literally got my first like performance on stage because I took a job at a theater to meet Evan, to meet Adam, to come to the space, to meet Evan and all the people at the space, to then get like a different opportunity with recording in a different environment, and then maybe you can rap, and it all just like
it's always kind of bizarre when you get to look back on things. You go, oh wow, because of this one decision, like
strange,
this whole I got to tug this whole rope, and it led me to kind of where I'm at right now.
And it's
but
funny.
when you sit here right now and then look forward, and it's just so uncertain. It's kind of bizarre, you know.
Right. But I remember getting a job at the theater and thinking like, this is special. I don't know why, but I love being here. I love doing this. This is great. And then now that I think about that, like, man, you really enjoyed working this really weird, shitty job, maybe to like the average person. And like, so now I think about that, and it's like, no, you had to love it. You had to be there. You had to do this. You had to do that.
I think it depends who you surround yourself with too. Like, I know there was a pretty cool crew of people that worked at a theater when it first opened up.
It was special, man. It was cool.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And are you still working out there?
No. I'm literally looking for a job, man. I'm just making music in my room right now.
Word. Well, enjoy it.
Yeah, seriously.
Because once you get a job, it kind of
Takes over,
tough to make the time for. Yeah, it definitely wrecks your soul.
But honestly,
or your
man,
sleeping habits.
Yeah, that too, and your
Or
eating
both.
habits.
Yeah, but
and
Or
your
all of
drinking
them.
habits.
I do
Or
find,
and your smoking habits.
I do gotta say you are more disciplined though once you realize your time's limited.
Yeah, definitely.
So, the comfortability of having unlimited time, it's not very good sometimes, and it's great if you can get the role. But I feel like a job gets me disciplined.
Yeah.
Like an adult.
I think some people can kind of excel in that. Like, I know it's stupid to say, but
Yeah.
I am like a serial procrastinator.
Right.
But I feel like if I was any other way, my work would just suffer. Because like when I have to crunch in like a day or two, I feel like I do my best work.
Right.
Whereas if I start like, I don't know, a project that's gonna run over 3 weeks, I just like kind of half-ass it every day instead of like going all in for like 24 hours straight.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now there might be a lot of typos or like little mistakes and stuff, but with like the end product, I'm usually like more satisfied and more happy
Is
with
that how you were with school projects?
All
Those
the
didn't
time.
even get finished.
No, man, it's a battle. I've always struggled with discipline just because, man, the anxiety and it's like the voices in your head. And,
Yeah, man.
But it's always that just get up. I've started like setting my alarm a little bit earlier so you don't give yourself that time to be like,
fuck this.
fuck this. I hate this.
Yeah,
I'm
dude,
waking
I
up
feel
here.
you. When I was unemployed for a little bit after college, I just like fell into such a depressive slump because I was like, well, I could just sleep until 5 in the afternoon,
Right.
and then I wake up and I'm like, well, what am I gonna do with my day? Guess I'll go back to bed,
Right.
or I'll go get a bag of McDonald's and then I'll go back to bed.
Yeah.
Those days are the
Like
worst.
if you
Yeah.
don't focus your energy into something, like you just become such a schmuck.
Yeah. And I can look at myself on Instagram now and I'm like, this looks like you do a lot more than you
Yeah,
fucking do,
man, yeah.
man. Seriously.
It's weird
I
too
hope
because
people
like
look at my Instagram and they know like this is. I should be doing more. This isn't what it all is. I do a lot of nothing. I
yeah,
promise.
it's wild. I
Yeah.
have a lot of people that are like, "How are you so busy all the time?
No.
And you're doing so much stuff." And I'm like,
It's an
"I'm
illusion,
really
man.
not."
You're out of your fucking mind.
Yeah. And
I'm like,
hate-
there's so much more shit that
and
I want
hate
to
that
be
about-
doing.
Yeah, I hate that about the social media now, man. You look at somebody and it's just like, oh, you're perfect now. It's like, nah.
Yeah, social media is garbage. Like,
Oh, man.
it takes so much restraint, physically and mentally, to just like not pick up my phone and open Instagram or
Yeah.
Twitter or Facebook or YouTube or like even Reddit just like immediately.
Yeah.
Like it's so tough to just like when I get home from work just be like set the phone down,
Right.
just
Yeah.
chill.
You ever
YouTube
play
is
on
the worst.
Instagram?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then close
dude.
it and then play on Instagram.
Yeah,
again?
dude.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
literally
geez.
within
Yeah.
under
It's the fridge thing. It's the
Dude,
fridge
it's
thing.
Yeah,
under
big
60
time.
seconds. You open Instagram, you close it. Under 60 seconds, you subconsciously don't even think about it, and you're scrolling through Instagram again, and you're like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
The way, but they have it set up that way now.
It's very
like
rapid,
when it
you
used
know?
to be in chronological order. It was like you could see everything you were supposed to see that day in
Yeah.
like 10 minutes. But now you'll see posts from like 2 or 3 weeks ago on like your newsfeed, and it's presented to you as if it was like from that day.
Right.
So like their whole goal is to keep you on the platform longer and looking at stupid ads and shit all the time.
It's like an ad every 2 or 3 posts.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
insane.
I wish I could
Crazy.
just, like any other application, just pay like $10 and never see another ad again.
Would you do it for
I
like
wouldn't.
an Instagram premium?
Hell yeah, I would.
Yeah?
I would never. Fuck that.
I would definitely.
Instagram, if you are listening, with
They'll
your
never
crazy
do that,
voice
though. They'll
recording
never do
Yeah.
that.
analytics.
But they'll also never make
Do
a
it.
dollar off of me through an ad. I'll
They
never
don't really
click that.
work. I mean, I'm not the kind to go, oh, I need this now that I've seen it. You know?
I think
Yeah, that's true.
in the
So-
past year, I might have clicked on 2 ads to learn more and
Yeah.
then turned back.
Right.
But maybe like I just don't have enough money to be spent. You know, like
I
the
could
ads
use
that
a
I get
jet ski.
presented are for like awesome music hardware or like cool computer parts and
Yeah.
shit. And I'm just like, I don't got the money for that.
Right. And they're smart too, man. I'm
Yeah.
getting scared by how I'm getting targeted by all the stuff I like. Like,
yeah,
you know what I
it's
mean?
brutal. A friend of mine was having a conversation with me, and I was telling him that his phone or everybody's phone will listen to them to target ads, right?
Mhm.
And he didn't believe me, and I was like, look, just look around,
Do
pick a brand, say the name like 10 times, and it's gonna pop up on your phone.
Right.
And there was like a realtor sign like out in this parking lot, and he just said the real estate company's name like a dozen times, opened up Instagram, and like the exact
crazy.
realtor was just being advertised to
That's
him.
Yeah.
fucked.
And then he immediately went in and turned all that shit off in the settings. But yeah, he didn't believe me.
Some scary stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty creepy.
Yeah.
Skynet and all that.
Yep.
The cat food test. Seen that?
No,
when
what
it
is that?
Originally was starting out. There's a company that would, these couple would do YouTube videos, and they did one. They don't have a cat, so they just sat there and said cat food throughout the day a number of times,
And then it just
all of a
starts
sudden
popping
start
up
getting
everywhere?
advertised. They don't have a cat. They've never started discussing getting a cat or anything like that, but they discuss cat food. So all of a sudden, now they're getting targeted ads for cat food.
Shout out
Mhm.
the cat food test.
Hey.
Yep.
Exposing government corruption.
Cat.
So do you keep rhyme books and stuff like that?
Yeah, I got a shoebox.
You got a ton of
Full-
'em?
Full. Like just like it won't close anymore now, because I've been writing since high school, like some little bit notes and
Have
then a
you
little
gone-
bit more.
Have you gone back to any of those
Yeah.
from high school?
Yeah.
Are
They're
they
terrible.
weird?
Oh yeah. Some of them are really. Some of them are just like angry. Some of
Yeah, I
them are
was
just
gonna-
mad. And you're like, I love the angry tone. I love the frustration with like what you can be frustrated with. But some of them are irrationally angry. You know.
When you read them back, can you remember like what pissed you off or like what got you in that mindset? Like you like,
Oh,
oh shit, they raised the price of chocolate milk in the calf.
I fucking hate that.
I think at an early age, I realized that people weren't understanding the severity of stuff.
Hmm.
You know. And I feel like everything's so trivial. You know, the sports game, the movie, and then that's it.
Yeah.
So now I was like, oh, there's got to be more. Like, there's got to be. And so I went out and I was like looking around and like got critically thinking and got mad. You know?
Yeah, that's
the way
fair.
You do. You,
That's
you
fair.
Just kind of.
The angst was released.
Do you prefer writing on notepads or?
I read on a
phone?
whiteboard. A huge whiteboard covers wall to wall. And I-
Cool.
Holy shit.
Yep.
Yeah, it was
And when my parents first moved into this house, they were gonna. They're like, yeah, it's an office. Like we're sticking you in an office. And I'm like, oh, what? So I get in here and there's a whiteboard like wall to wall. I'm
That's
like,
fucking awesome.
all right, done.
That's cool.
Slid the bed in and there it was.
I feel like that's something I would kill to have had in my bedroom.
Yeah, and
I would still kill for that.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
it was amazing, man. I looked, and this was at a point too where I wasn't writing as much as I wanted to be, and I really wanted to be. And then we move into this house, and there's a whiteboard, and I'm like, I can't not take advantage of this, you know?
So is the whiteboard now covered in all sorts of stuff, or do you keep it cycling all the time?
I literally have so many permanent indentations of like letters and scribbles and stuff that if I erase the whole thing,
Yeah.
it doesn't erase me.
Wow.
It's crazy, and I look at it and I really objectify and go like, dude, you tagged the hell out of this, man, and you got a shoebox full, and like you're doubting yourself, man. Like you have a lot of history, a lot of foundational things
Sure.
that you can actually go back on.
Cool.
And it's starting to realize now.
All right. Well, speaking of high school,
Yes, let's hear it.
do you recall some rap battles with Andrew Locke
Yeah.
and Zach Thibodeau?
Of course, Andrew Locke's my best friend since as long as I could remember. Zach Thibodeau,
Wow.
kid from high school that we always used to freestyle with.
Yeah.
There was a group of us, to be honest. There was so much of us that the hall monitor would be like, I'm breaking up this fight. Like, yeah. More than
the
one
energy is
occasion.
probably so aggressive.
And it's so funny because it happened on more than one occasion, and then after that they caught on, and they're like, these kids are nice kids.
So they just let you do your thing after
yeah,
that?
Yeah, we had a really cool hall monitor as well, so
That's dope.
she was
Lucky.
She was really, really awesome.
Cool.
Our hall monitor wasn't bad.
I know.
Did you have a good hall monitor?
I don't even remember.
We had a
Don't-
hall monitor that would let you borrow her vehicle to go buy fast food at lunchtime.
What?
Shout out Brenda.
Yeah,
That's
Brenda.
awesome.
No way.
Come on.
And some kids
Brenda.
wrecked her fucking van too.
What did she
So
expect?
much shit.
What?
Yeah,
What did she
no,
expect?
honestly.
Yeah,
Fuck.
she did the exact opposite of what she was supposed to do, and
Yeah.
she ended up paying for that.
Yeah, I guess you can't do that.
All right. Also from high school, here's some names that I hope provoke some thoughts.
Yep.
Mitchie B.
Mitchie B. Yeah. I wasn't crazy associated with him.
No,
No.
I heard that he was a rapper as well, or a wannabe rapper,
Maybe.
and he was no good.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't.
Where'd you hear
I
that?
think he did rap, but I never gave him a chance. I didn't hear.
Word. Okay.
But you might be correct on that because I think I had some friends who did give him a chance,
yeah.
and they didn't like it very much.
Yeah, I heard through the grapevine that it was pure garbage.
But there you go. So yeah,
Wish we had a
Um,
sample.
I'm not the grapevine though.
word. Yeah, for sure. And what about Josh Jones? Does that
Josh
ring a
Jones.
bell?
Yeah, he's doing some music now too.
Oh, cool.
He's in Toronto doing that. I kind of keep up to date with him. He had one song at the very beginning. I think it was the first thing he did. I loved it. It was
Cool.
one of the best things I've actually ever heard. And then now there was the second song that I wasn't feeling as much. And then now I think he's got like a different vibe than I think that I want to listen to. But
Fair enough.
He's super dedicated to what he does, and I'm jealous of the fact that he's building a good foundation with what he's got.
That's dope.
Yeah, for sure.
I think you are too, though.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
just.
Yeah. So basically, I was just like tossed a bunch of names from
Yeah. Any more?
a friend of mine. No, I don't have any more.
Oh, no way.
Oh, come on.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. But I guess like all of them were like involved in like writing hip hop and shit like
Mhm.
that.
Who's your friend? Do you know?
Daryl Fletcher.
Yeah, Daryl.
He's my girl's brother.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Lauren Fletcher.
Yeah.
You're dating Lauren Fletcher?
Yeah, man.
Okay, I understand now. Yeah.
Shout out Lauren. She's probably watching
Hey,
the stream.
Lauren.
Shout out Lauren.
Hi.
Oh,
Lauren.
dude, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Small world, I guess.
Yeah, I was like, yo, dig up some dirt. I know you guys went to school together.
Yeah.
I want some funny shit. And he was
Right.
like, oh, yeah, there's some hilarious stuff that went on in the hallways.
Oh, man. But it's so funny because we were such great kids that we never got into trouble, but we were just ridiculous, I guess, you know?
I'm kind of jealous. We never really had anything like that. I
Are-
know. I think there was one rap battle that happened
I
at
remember-
Resurrection.
I remember
Dustin
it
Fahey?
was Glorian Ganza against Trey Cordell, and Glorian smoked him.
And they were both awful rappers.
Oh, they're both. Yeah.
Glorian, if you're
Glorian,
listening.
you know, that was. I'm gonna give him his ups on that one. That one was good. He had this like burning rubbers with your mother.
Burning rubbers with your mother.
When we were in grade 9, that was like next shit. It's like, oh.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
We also had Dustin Fahey.
Yep. 9 milli.
Yeah.
9
The
milli.
rapper
Yeah.
associated with the Fady name.
Fahey?
Fady? Oh,
It was
Fady.
yeah.
9 milli.
9 milli.
Have you guys ever explored any other like hip hop artists and stuff from around Kitchener-Waterloo?
Nope.
No.
Have you?
I've tried to find some on like YouTube. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but there was like this crew that used to hang around Chandler in Kitchener, and
Good old Chandler.
it is some of the cringiest shit I have ever heard in my
Really?
fucking life.
Some Admiral Crumple.
It
stuff,
might as well
yeah.
be. I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna
Oh.
say yes.
Oh,
Sounds pretty bad.
yeah, we should load up some Admiral Crumple.
Hit it up, Devin. Let's see what's up.
That's hilarious.
Have you listened to any hip hop artists from Kitchener-Waterloo?
Admiral Crumple's not one of them, but no, except for yourself and Nicholas.
How about you?
Yes, the one exactly.
Syringes
I
by
want to say
Admiral
yeah, but
Crumple.
I can't think of anything right now.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Nope, not this
I
one.
don't think I knew anybody except you.
Damn.
Is this
Maybe
the
I
good
do-
one? That's
maybe I
his
got a
good
good,
song?
good leeway here,
Yeah,
eh?
probably.
I wish they like.
That's
did the
hilarious.
whole-
Well, that's what you guys are doing, man. Like,
Yeah.
now we have access to the local scene of music,
Yeah.
which you realize is a lot bigger than you think.
Yeah, well, that's what we kind of, or at least I started to notice a little bit over the last 2 or 3 years. Like, I thought the music scene around here was kind of dying, and I was like pretty bummed out about it because
I don't.
I
It
love
is
the
not
music
this.
scene.
Oh man, no.
Yeah.
what the fuck is that?
No. I don't think it's this.
Restless, can't sleep, tossing and
This is definitely Admiral Crumple.
expressions, get anxiety burning.
You gotta transition it.
Going out, it's 3 a.m. and I'm wanting to see what downtown's about. Put down my note, wash with soap, grab my coat, grab my dope, so I can float in the subway boat. Empty car, tripping hard, door opens, felt a gust of cold air blowing like it had.
This is just stealing all my attention.
Man,
Yeah.
Yeah.
been growling and focus.
I like that.
Where? What hallway is this? You know, like
I bet you
is this
could
an
find the
apartment
part.
building, hospital?
On the street, well groomed, man.
What? Yo, he has an Admiral Crumple chain.
Actually, it was
What the hell is that?
when her head hit the what those guys doing. Dragged her in an alley.
It goes way too over. It goes way too quickly.
Oh, this is getting weird.
Yeah.
Over my head, and I felt like I blacked out. I must have been dead. The energy.
Every rapper's angry. Every rapper's so
All the
pissed.
fucking time.
Actually, that's something I wanted to bring up. Do you find it is difficult to be a white boy who wants to rap and not sound like overly aggressive?
No, because I really play on the fact that I'm just a child.
Yeah,
You
sure,
know?
sure.
And,
Solve it in the air. She holds
yeah,
right,
I
kill
never
this.
thought about that.
That's fucking insane.
That's so funny. But the whole appearance thing, yeah, I definitely don't look like a rapper for sure.
Yeah.
But like even the show, man, I threw on my favorite hoodie that my favorite sweatshirt my buddy Andrew got me. It's got the dog on it, the black lab, and it's like the innocent kid
Hell
who's
yeah.
just. I would like, instead of being angry, because that's the way it started, because I was angry. Now, I find it's more beneficial to be intelligent and say things that are metaphorically great, and then the literal meaning has something that everybody can be like, damn, okay, all right.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely. I think you're at an advantage
Mhm.
not consuming a ton of hip hop because I think this is where a lot of white boys, and this goes back to like some of the cringy Kitchener rap I've heard,
Yeah.
was where like they listen to a lot of African American artists that grew up in like the projects and had like a really tough fucking time,
Yeah.
but these kids grew up with like parents who are bringing in like 6 figures, but they're rapping the same way that their favorite artists are.
Right.
And it's just like the most ingenuine,
Yeah.
nasty thing.
Yeah.
Like,
It's just tacky.
yeah, yeah.
Well, the one thing I do feel like I got going for me is I've always been honest. So even in the music, you know, you hear everything I'm struggling with, and it's
Yeah.
like I'm not that. Like I live at home, and I'm trying to be like a
Yeah,
rapper in my
man, yeah.
bedroom, man. Like it's exactly that. So
Yeah, I mean, like, it's totally dope and fine to rap along to your favorite songs.
yep.
but some of the shit I've heard, just like, I don't know,
Yeah.
15, 16-year-old white kids rap about, and I'm like, what's wrong with you?
It's like,
Don't
Jesus
put this on the internet.
Don't- I don't believe
Your
you.
future employer's going to find this, man.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's so funny, man. Man, I used to work at Kitchener, right? And I thought like that was the turning point. They're not gonna let me like I'm all over the internet with this, right?
Yeah.
I had people support me from Kitchener.
Cool.
Like,
That's
working
awesome.
with the city of
Nice.
Kitchener, I was working with kids and stuff. They loved it. It was really cool.
That's
actually.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had people asking me like, "Hope you still doing music?" Like, you know, I'm kind of checking up. I'm like, "Yeah." So it's really cool, man. I find people are, even though we think they're getting crazy with the offensiveness, you know, and it's getting out of control. I think it's gonna end. I really do.
Oh, I agree.
I think it's
agree.
gonna-
I think it's
gonna grow
kind
up,
like the
it's gonna
pot
be
is
done.
at like it's a maximum, and Patrick and I were talking about this, like the whole like aggressive SoundCloud rapper movement
Mm-hmm.
is like at this pinnacle point where I think it's gonna start to fade to like the background,
Right.
and I'm
It's
ready for
fizzling
that.
soon.
And I'm ready for that.
I'm
Yeah.
so ready for that.
Yeah.
Not to say like they're all bad or anything.
No, it just.
Majority
You
aren't.
know, the times are changing.
Good.
Yeah.
Just
Times are
gotta
changing.
go with the flow and
Sure.
see what happens.
But I truly think like the whole phase of everything is offensive. I think that's gonna come to an end. I mean, I'm optimistic about it, but I do think we're gonna get there.
I
What do you guys think? You think
part
it's
of
gonna go that
me
way?
part
Oh,
of
yeah.
me
Yeah.
thinks
Guaranteed.
it's gonna come to an end.
Mhm.
But part of me also goes, okay, we were using Facebook 5 or 6 years ago. That was probably when it was at like the max for our generation.
Yeah.
And now it's been like adopted by our parents and shit. And I'm waiting for like that movement to hit them like late.
It's
And
just
like
jumping. Eh?
yeah. Where we're like
Their
we're
grandparents are gonna start using it.
yeah, we become like, okay, we're not gonna be so sensitive anymore. We get
Yeah.
it. Like people are different, blah blah blah.
I think the internet.
And then my
has a
mom's
huge
gonna be
impact.
like, you can't say that. You can't say that.
Oh, okay. I
You know,
see.
like
I understand,
it's gonna
like,
be
the,
latent to hit them because right
yeah.
now they keep telling me that we're
Yeah.
too soft and it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
It's gonna hit them through the memes that they share all the time.
Yeah.
Oh my
Memes.
god.
Could you imagine?
The
Fuck
memes. Yeah.
that.
Old people mean.
Yeah.
The memes.
Oh, the internet's gonna get weird.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
I
a
don't know.
big thing too about. I think the internet's so vast, you could find the most horrifying things there. I don't think you could be offensive after like children have phones at the ages of 6.
Yeah.
You know, so
It
then
kind of creeps me out,
Yeah,
to be
very
honest. Like
much
there's
so.
there's these people that I work with and like they got really young kids, like 4, 5, 6, and like, what are you getting them for Christmas? An iPad, a cell phone? And I'm like, why?
Kind of
you go.
looking,
Why?
kind of looking forward to what they create though once they get older.
Yeah.
It's gonna be nothing because their brains are gonna be mush.
No, they're just gonna be
there's a lot of
cyborgs. They're gonna be
educational
cyborgs.
stuff, I promise there is. I've
There's
searched
there
for it.
definitely is a lot of educational stuff,
Yeah.
but how did you find that educational stuff?
I had to
it's
make the
because you had a
choice.
practical brain already.
Yeah.
A child doesn't have a practical brain. They're just gonna consume what's coming at them
Well,
Yeah.
through YouTube ads and like whatever.
They'll rely on it as an extension of themselves for like information
Yeah,
that they
like
needed.
I
at,
only
like, that.
found extremely useful sites on the internet out of like necessity
Mm-hmm.
because they weren't readily available when we were like a little bit younger, like
Right.
even just a couple of years back, right?
Mhm.
Like YouTube wasn't the way it is now.
Yep.
It's totally different platform.
Right.
And I had to like seek out things that I was interested in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just afraid like things are so readily available but curated at the same time where some of like the educational tools and stuff might get lost on younger generations.
Yeah. Well, I just hope like the new generations of parents are gonna be like, I want you to have access to this because there's so much, but we gotta keep an eye on what's going on.
I feel like at
But I
least
mean,
the
I don't
people
have
that I talk to,
experience with that.
when I ask them why they're giving their kid an iPhone or like any cell phone or an iPad or something,
Mm-hmm.
it was basically like, so they shut up.
no kidding, man. Same. Yeah, my sister's got kids, and it's just like, here, play with this, and like, that's it. Now
It's an
you're
easy
quiet.
distraction.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like
But,
when I wanted my first cell phone, my parents were like, wait till you're 15. And I was like, okay, that seems reasonable.
Right.
And then in order for me to get it, my dad made me read the shittiest book ever. It's Black Beauty about a fucking
Do you have
horse.
to do a book report on
Yes, he made me do a book report on it.
Nice.
To get a cell phone?
Yes.
That was his like
What
your
kind
trial.
of cell phone
Yeah.
was it?
It was like an LG flip phone with like a pull-out antenna.
Yes.
T9 Word.
Was it worth
Beautiful.
Hell yeah, it was.
it? How many people were you messaging? A lot?
Probably a dozen.
Damn.
A lot of
boy.
the girls that I knew had cell phones already.
Oh, yeah, then it's worth it.
Yeah, the dudes were late. Because we're not as annoying. We're not as whiny.
Yeah.
We'd find her safe walk home no matter what. That's why the girls have that.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay, so we're coming up on an hour. You guys want to take a little break?
Yeah, sure. Take a little break.
Why not?
Okay, we'll be
Yeah.
back
What do you
shortly.
guys think? Hello.
You got to
Hey.
transition it.
Transition.
Hello.
Hey, welcome
Ow.
back. I just want to remind everybody that this episode of the Ape Audio Podcast is brought to you by Dip, from the makers of the remarkable toothbrush Quip. They now bring you their own brand of chewing tobacco. Everybody knows you have to pack a lip every 3 minutes, so Dip has you covered. They'll send you a new container of chewing tobacco every 3 minutes. That's right, every 3 minutes. If you go to dip.com and enter code APE, you will get a free canister of Dip.
The finest.
Keep on ripping that lip. Thanks, Dip. Shout out Dip.
Shout out to Dip.
Shout out to Dip.
Somebody sponsor us so I can stop coming up with these horrible parody ads. Please, for the love of God.
I think you just let down a lot of
A
people.
lot of people they just checked out right now.
Or was it?
Dip.com!
Yeah.
God, what?
Doesn't exist.
Classic.
Okay, so back to you, Tyler. We
Yeah.
just have a couple more things
Tyler.
we wanna chat about. So
Hey, Tyler.
you're
Hello, everybody.
you're a
Hi,
big
Tyler.
skateboarder, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. ever
Tony
since I
Hawk
was a kid.
adjacent?
No, definitely not. 100%
Terry
not.
Hawk.
Dude, there are kids that are
Harry Hawk.
There are kids that are 12-year-old girls who can smoke me.
Yeah.
Yep. It's
Really?
ridiculous.
It's in the
Seriously,
blood.
man. It's honestly, you can get a 16-year-old boy who's just like been skateboarding his whole life since he was like 3. Bypasses me. I've been skateboarding for so long, man. It's crazy.
I think this kind of wraps back into like the educational tools that the internet is.
Yep.
Like I knew some kids who picked up skateboarding when they were like 15, and you would think they had been skating since they were like 5 or 6. They would
Right.
just sit there all day and watch tutorials on YouTube of like the most minute foot placement and like muscle movements and
Yeah.
everything, and they were like nailing these crazy technical tricks.
Man.
Where like I grew up around skateboarders like my whole life, and like nobody was watching tutorials and stuff like that. They'd watch like skate vids and shit like that,
Yep.
but there wasn't like step by step kind of things.
Yeah.
And it's just like I think that has elevated the skill ceiling by a ton.
Right.
The Wiki House.
The
WikiHow,
Wiki House.
Quora,
Man.
that's all I
Udemy?
know. Udemy, yeah. Linda.
How to skate.
I think
How
kids
to
are getting more,
skate. Howtoskate.com.
I think kids are just getting super more persistent at what the sense of accomplishment feels, because it doesn't have to be skateboarding, but I feel like there's a lot of younger kids getting into a lot of different stuff.
Sure.
So but I don't even know why I stuck with skateboarding. It was so hard. The learning curve was ridiculous, man.
That's probably why.
I dropped it.
Yeah.
Even being surrounded by people who skate all the time, I was like, I'm good.
The
I'll ride
learning
my
curve-
bike.
Oh, first of all, it's exactly right. And even first of all, the learning curve was super hard, but not just that. Like you're getting injured, man. Like
Yeah.
it's not fun falling on concrete day after day,
Word.
and then figuring out, oh, it's probably never gonna happen. It's too hard
Yeah,
anyway.
That's the struggle, though, when you're grinding and you're trying to do doubt. It's that doubt because you keep failing,
Yeah.
right? So every time you're failing is for that one big reward of finally nailing it.
Yeah.
And so what keeps you going if, that's,
And
yeah.
It was literally skateboarding that taught me to keep going,
Yeah.
And I'm super happy. Yeah, perseverance, and the saying, once you know how to do one thing, you'll know how to do anything, It's just the mentality, and I'm so happy I skateboarded as a kid, because now it's just like, well, you write like you skateboard, and then you could learn the piano a little bit,
Sure.
because it's hard,
Yeah.
and you figure it out. And then rap was the one thing that took off more than, because I got into guitar a little bit. It was great. I still play guitar every day. And then the piano, and then rap, I was like, oh, this is like skateboarding. Like, I'm feeling like I'm landing tricks right now. Nah. I'm
Nice.
happy I had something I got to relate it back to as a kid.
I think it's kind of important to have like points of reference for like personal accomplishment
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because like I feel bad for people who have kind of lived up to this point in their life and haven't really done much of anything
Yeah.
other than just consume media or something.
Just
Because
consume some
like
media.
what is their
Yes,
point of reference? How do they know when they're doing something that truly like feels good at that
Yeah.
point, or like how far they can push themselves?
Where's the self-reward?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, is it even there? Like, are those people just lost? Because
No,
like,
I think there's I think just people have them in different ways, and
Yeah.
if those paths that give them that reward happens to be like in the everyday man's way of living,
yeah, that's true. I do think about that. Like, oh,
Yeah.
maybe this like, I love challenging myself with stupid technology shit every day.
Yeah.
Maybe that person loves challenging themselves to see if they can eat the party size bag of Cheetos. Like, maybe that's just the shit they really dig.
yeah.
Oh, God. I compliment the person who does that.
That's me.
That's you.
I do that.
Good job.
We've all eaten an entire pizza, so.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
And every person on earth I can say is probably.
Yeah, I
eaten
see
an
about a
entire
dozen
pizza.
hot and ready boxes in the corner
Look
right
at
now.
that over there.
What are you talking about?
Shout out H&R Block.
Yeah. The finest.
Hell yeah.
They ensure your impending death comes a little bit quicker.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I ate one the other day and I didn't feel right for like 3.5 days.
Yeah.
First Burger King, now this.
Yeah, what is
Yeah,
wrong
dude.
with you, man?
Yeah.
I gotta treat you to some real fast food. I'm the connoisseur.
What's the fastest food that you know?
Five Guys is the best.
Five Guys. We got a Five Guys guy in here.
I keep seeing Shake Shack on
Crack an egg and
YouTube all the
drink it.
fucking time.
Rocky.
And I'm
Rocky
like,
style.
yo, that shit looks amazing. Like we're in squalor here in Canada. We
Yeah.
need fucking Shake Shack.
Shake
Shake
Shack.
Shack.
I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, it's like a Southern American fast food joint. But it's more in line with like I guess A&W, but it's even higher quality than that. Maybe it's like a Union Burger or something like that.
Ooh, Union Burger.
Yeah.
Union.
Out.
I liked Union Burger.
Yeah, In-N-Out as well.
Shake Shack doesn't sound like it's got a lot of potential, but
Sounds
maybe
like
Look
it
it up.
does.
It looks
Yeah.
baller.
Shit
Alright.
shack.
Shit shack.
Yeah.
So was there like any skateboarders that you kind of like idolized, or like any companies that you preferred to like watch their videos and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah, it was specific skateboarders for sure.
Yeah.
Ryan Sheckler, everyone knows Ryan Sheckler.
Hell
right?
yeah.
Yeah, man, he was the kid, right? So he was not only like the professional skateboarder, he was the kid professional skateboarder.
Yeah.
That every kid could, wow.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
And a
totally.
heartthrob.
All the girlies loved
gorgeous
him.
kid, man. It was crazy. And so everyone wanted to be Ryan Sheckler, and so that was for sure definitely one. My buddy Andrew got super influenced by Ryan Sheckler, man.
Yeah.
And to the point where, man, he's skating like Ryan Sheckler. His kickflips are looking like Ryan Sheckler. It's crazy. But yeah, it was Ryan Sheckler. I loved a man named Chris Haslam when I was a kid. He had a huge beard, and he wasn't like a super athletic person. He was like a dad. He had a dad bod.
Yo,
huge
I
beard.
love those skateboarders that are incredibly unfit, like slamming beers, smoking cigarettes and J's all the time, but then they're nailing like these nasty tricks.
Yeah.
But after like 2 or 3 hours, they're like done for the day. Like they're
Yeah.
completely toast.
There's this video I saw.
It's
of a
like
guy.
Bam Margera.
Yeah,
Like,
I was
he's
just
like,
gonna
Have you seen
Yeah.
a documentary
He
that
lived
Vice
fast.
did on
Yeah,
him?
man.
Where he's like his returning, triumphant
Trying
return.
to.
Yeah.
He's
And
just, yeah, he had a fast life, eh?
hell yeah,
Like,
he-
crazy.
well, it
man.
came at him
Like-
like the MTV wave of like pop culture,
Yeah.
pretty much. Just like you can't be prepared for something like that, especially when
Ruin
people
your
are coming at
life.
you. Yeah, and it's like your house, like the only place that you can truly escape to
The
is
bathroom.
yeah. Well, maybe yeah, that.
Maybe.
Only that. Everything else, maybe yeah.
Even then.
we're gonna bust open the door. We're gonna pretend we're gonna rev a chainsaw at him while he's taking a shit. It's
know-
like holy shit.
you know a
You
lot
know
of
what I
those-
mean? It's like every day you live in fear. Then the partying, and then like, but they keep paying you, right?
Right, and they pay
it
you
looks-
more the crazier
Yeah.
the shit is,
A lot
right?
of
And
that
it's
stuff was
cool.
stolen from Tom Green.
Yeah, that's true.
Tom Green.
What's that?
Tom
Tom
Green,
Green's the OG of
Yeah.
of
shock comedy,
Really?
yeah. Just also
or
just
like
kind of
like home video, kind of like
pranking your
jackassery
parents.
stuff. like that.
yeah.
Viva la Bam.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't even matter if you skateboarded. You knew who Bam was. You
Yeah.
know?
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
That's the
So
thing.
I
He was
think-
like a pop culture icon for skateboarding. He boosted skateboarding to be cool.
Yeah.
Like Tony Hawk had the games, and he had like the OG. Like he brought he put it on the map basically in like any sort of pop culture, and then Bam kind of just made it like super cool.
Yeah,
It's
he
like if you
took it-
wore
it was
an
like
Element
another
shirt
wave.
or something like that, everyone was
Yeah.
like,
Dude.
yeah, that guy's
Bam was the
you
guy
know
who didn't wear the helmet.
West 49's the only time West 49's
Shout out West 49.
Yeah.
Remember buying their bunk ass tees that just
their
said West
hoodies?
49 on
I
it?
never
And it
went
was
into
like
that store.
get 100 for $4, and then you wash them, and they just shrink up to like Ken size shirts.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you never wash them.
They're out now, aren't they?
What's
That
49?
doesn't- That doesn't exist
I think
anymore.
it
No,
still does.
it
Really?
still exists. I see it
Oh,
in
did they
one
just
of the
slim
malls.
it down?
Yeah, they just like
I think
put
they
it in one
closed a
mall
lot of
instead of both.
locations.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
so now it's in like one of the malls in our town instead of both.
Fairview's now.
Yeah, Fairview doesn't
so I
have
think
it.
You might be right. It could be
That's
out.
why I thought it was gone forever because I didn't see it.
As
in the
long as
mall.
Blue Notes never goes away, because where am I going to get my graphic tees with the worst puns ever on them?
Yeah, they've started getting a little better.
Did they?
Yeah.
Are they trying to be like a knockoff, like shitty American Eagle or something?
Or like slash like Zoomies.
Zoomies, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're trying to dip into because Zoomies is like West 49's like what they want it to be. You know, it's a little bit edgier. They had some celebrity sponsorships, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And
Clothes are way better on Zoomies though.
that's the thing. It's like what West 49 wanted to be. West 49 had it going on in terms of like what commercial skate shop kind of slash skate wear place should be, and then and then Zoomies kind of brought it to a whole other level.
They were so expensive though. Even growing up skateboarding, I had no skateboarding clothes. They were way
Yeah.
too expensive, except for the West 49 tees you could get
Because
for
it-
$100.
Yeah, dude, that's
or
all my
$100
parents
Because it
would
was
buy me.
also because
I
it was
was
also
like-
popular though. It was because that's why they could like jack up the price on that stuff. Now it's
Yeah.
like you go to West 49. I tried to go in there. I was like, oh, maybe I'll like a belt or something. It's like
studded
definitely not.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, my parents hated that whole like skate style craze. Like I didn't
Okay.
skateboard really, but I wanted to wear all that shit,
Yeah.
and
Do
we
you
would
have a
like
studded belt?
definitely. I have multiple
I've never
studded
had a
belts.
Studded belt.
Neither.
No.
Studs on this man.
I would still buy another one today.
Wow.
To be honest.
I like the way you
I
stand
think they're
behind that
pretty dope.
decision.
I think studded belts are pretty dope.
I don't know how I feel about that.
That's fine.
As a skateboarder, you don't want to fall with studded belts.
Yeah, they got like the little sharp fucking pieces on the ends too.
Yeah.
All right, so we have this little video project by you.
And
You want to tell us a little about it?
Yeah, this was made by somebody I used to work with at Landmark. His name is
Okay.
Rob, and he helped me out with this.
Rob who?
Rob P.
Polakiewicz?
Is that how you pronounce it?
Snowboarder?
Yeah, exactly.
That's our guy.
My name is Tyler Entz, 23.
I was so thankful he did this for me
Kitchener,
because,
Ontario.
as you can see, it's just like a
skateboarding's my passion.
looks like a dream.
Where is this filmed?
This is at McLennan Park.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Nice
How long
local
ago
spot.
was this?
Last
How hype were you when they put that skate park in there?
the McLennan one?
Yeah.
In general,
I don't remember it as much because I think I was skating a lot more on the streets then.
Word.
And then as soon as it was built and you realized it was in a park instead of like, there's something nice about having a skate park in a park filled with like
Yeah.
just grass and stuff. And I
It
was
sucks kind of when you're at a skate park, but it's right beside like the expressway or something.
The odd is
and
right
it feels like
beside-
pretty dingy and
Yeah.
crappy.
Even Riverside's right by Fisher Holman,
Yeah.
and it's just you hear all that. But to wake up at like 7, go to the park for 8, hear the birds
Yeah.
in the park, it's really.
It feels
cool.
like your city wants to include you a little bit more too.
Right.
Like when I would see the other skate parks, it was like you're tucked away, like almost like you're not supposed to be seen. You're like up to some bullshit.
Right, right.
that's like the main goal.
What's your favorite thing that you did in this video?
Oh, I couldn't tell you.
Tell me, man.
I'd have to watch it all over again.
Oh, it was that ollie.
It was the
Hell
ollie
yeah.
right there. I remember kind of playing it safe for the let's just get some shots in here, you know. But no, there was some really cool stuff that I was proud of for sure.
Ooh, a drone shot.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. If you really want to see skateboarding, you can go to my Instagram. I do a lot of cool shit there.
What's your Instagram?
My Instagram is at Tyler_ENSS.
Yeah, I was going to like grab some of the videos you had on your Instagram, but it seemed like a big pain to kind of
Yeah.
get them running for over here.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, anybody go check out that shit.
Seriously, I'm proud of what I do skateboarding there. I'm really progressing a lot faster than I thought I would at this point because I don't really care about it as much.
Word.
It's just like a really fun thing I've done since I was a kid. But because I forgot about how to obsess about it,
Yeah.
it progresses faster.
Yeah.
And it's so weird the way it works that way.
So, did you just get back from a trip? Like you were out skating somewhere?
Oh, yeah, I went to a trip to Montreal.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, with my buddies Ryan and my buddy Mac.
Cool.
And it was the first skate trip I've ever done. I've traveled before, but not specifically to go skateboarding.
Yeah.
And so this was like, it was awesome. It was literally
Generally, spiders.
5 or 6 days straight, like 12 hours a day skateboarding and like resting for the night and then going back out and going
Word.
back.
Yeah, it looks
Spider's still
super
your
cool.
biggest
And
fear?
Yeah, 100%. I really wish I said something better there. I really wanted to tell him like my biggest fear is like being average and I want to, make a name for myself.
Spiders.
But I got put on the spot. He's like, "What's your biggest fear?" I'm like, "Spiders," because I hate spiders so much. But what an irrational choice.
was there any spots in particular in Montreal that you
Yeah.
wanted to go and hit?
Oh no. We just
No.
went first we went to Ottawa.
Yeah.
Because we had a buddy at the University of Ottawa. He said you can stay at our house for 2 nights and I'll show you around the university.
Word.
So that's what we did, and then we went to Montreal after that. Our original plan was to go to Quebec, but we realized it's a lot further of a drive. Montreal would be a lot closer.
Yeah, I definitely I love Montreal. It's a sweet city to hang out in
Yep.
and just like chill around. Yeah, Quebec, too far.
I didn't think it was though, and that's why I was like, because I went to Quebec when I was working Ribfest.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, I could do that again. But then you forget, like, no, that was.
I
You're
don't
just
wanna do that
forgetting. You're
again.
just forgetting, man. It was a hefty drive.
Yeah, it's like just a little too far for me to be comfortable with to like go for a weekend. You know?
If you seen where I was sitting in my buddy's truck, you wouldn't even drove like 20 minutes.
Where were you sitting?
I was sitting. It's a Ford Ranger, right? And it's the 2 seats, and then the back where the seats are
half seats.
this way, right? And they're
Oh
half
my
seats. So I'm sitting there like this, man. And he's like, "Are you okay? Because we're gonna switch. Like you and Ryan can switch." And Ryan's taller than me, and I'm like, "I'm not even gonna put Ryan through this. You're taller than me. I'm good to go, man." And the funny thing is, they were concerned about how squished I was. I was actually fine. It didn't. You just adapt to what it was. It was hilarious though because they were really concerned. They're like, "Dude, you're gonna like." Are you sure? This is
Yeah,
a
we
long
used to say
drive.
that thing to our friend when we'd put him in the trunk when we would drive to Montreal.
Okay, well, I had it good
You all
then.
right back there?
I'm just kidding. We never did that.
Never.
But we did put a guy in the trunk and drive around town all the time. And he would hop out at stoplights and assault the vehicle behind us and then hop back in the trunk.
Damn, you did
And
crazier
why we
shit than I did.
why we never recorded it is beyond me.
It's probably for the best.
Nah, yeah, okay.
I
sure.
don't know, man. You could have been viral a long time ago with this shit.
Definitely.
100% believe that.
Yeah. I would have invested
We just
in
did
that. I
stupid
would've given
shit
you
for
money.
ourselves. Like
Yeah.
we never even considered recording it. It'd be like weeks later. We're like, anybody got a camera?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That sucks.
That's
Yeah.
guess we'll just do this anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had a live feed of Chris J.
No doubt. So do you guys want to go through our Spotify 2018 Wrapped?
Yeah, you want to lay down kind of what the whole idea behind this is?
Okay.
Show it.
Okay, so Spotify does this thing every year around Christmas and New Year's where they give you a Spotify Wrapped little tour of kind of like your listening habits over the past year, like who your top artist
Just put a
was.
nice little burrito.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
nice
yeah.
little wrap.
Yeah, it's kind of like an interesting thing to go through. I know it's not the most accurate, but it's close enough that you can kind of get an idea of what's going on. So I know you don't have Spotify,
Right.
but we can kind of like start with you. You want to talk about like what you've been listening to this year and like some dope artists that you've been
Yeah,
into?
maybe something you like you've been listening to a lot that you kind of always go back to.
Man, I'm your basic kid. Like seriously, I don't venture out into music too much. I love Frank Ocean. I've been listening to him a lot.
Nice.
Just the vibes. Channel Orange like brings me back to these weird memories I can't even like recall. I don't know what I've associated the music to, but
Yeah.
it feels good. So
Yeah,
You get like the nostalgic tingle when you listen to it?
yeah, and for some reason Channel Orange just really did that for me. I don't know why. But
Interesting.
there's you know what I'm talking about though, right? How you associate memories with music.
Oh my god.
So then
Yeah.
once you hear the music, you can always trigger that. And it's same with like
Yeah.
some cologne. You know, you wear a cologne. I remember buying
definitely.
cologne that I
Smells,
specifically-
tastes,
Yeah.
sounds,
anything.
that will all trigger like some pretty aggressive
Right.
Yeah.
memories for me.
So I find music's my favorite way to do that.
Yeah,
Dive in.
I agree.
Dive into your.
I
memory.
feel like
the same.
it's almost like time capsule-esque. Like there's songs I can listen to, and if I close my eyes, it's like I'm gonna be back at the first time I listened to it, or that
Right.
time that song like meant the most to me.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
super cool. But it's also kind of depressing because then I'll listen to it now, and I'm like, it's not as good as it was.
Yeah.
You know.
And
Yeah.
then you just
Or
want
it's not that it's not as good as it was. It's just it's not hitting the receptors in the
Right.
same
Yeah.
way.
right. Yeah. But I'm trying to listen to some more hip hop artists
Yeah.
because you got to learn from the best and
Sure.
the best do the best. I've been listening to a lot more Logic. I never listened to Logic before.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he's super fast, man. And like I don't know how to rap like that, but I want to contribute more of a different flow style because I find I repeat the same flows. You got to branch out. So Logic is very different from what I do. So I've been listening
Cool.
to him from that.
If you ever need like some artists that are kind of a little, or hip hop artists that are a little off the beaten path and are kind of following rhyme schemes that you might not necessarily find in the mainstream, you can feel free to hit me up. I got
There you go.
tons of artists I can send your way.
I love Earl. If you guys listen to Earl,
Yeah.
Hell yeah, we've
Who's
all
that?
been
Did you hear the new stuff?
no, you showed me a little bit of the news.
I
we've
did,
all been
yeah.
rocking the new album, and
Yeah.
it's getting better and better every time I listen to it.
Too short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too short.
I don't
eh?
think it's too
Okay.
short. I think it's short and sweet, and it's just fine the way it is.
For how long he's taken off, though?
I don't care. I don't.
It's because you
even
love
care.
Earl.
Yeah, I'm an Earl stan, so like I'm pretty biased. But I don't feel like when it's over, I don't go, fuck. I'm just like, yo, that was a great record. Like I don't care. Yeah, thanks. That's a great piece of music you just dropped on me. When there are some other shorter records, when they wrap up, I go, I wish there was a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked him out of like all of the Odd Future. I really separated into Earl a lot because I'm like, this guy is saying some dark shit in some poetic ways.
He is one
I
of
can
the
relate.
most intense wordsmiths I've ever heard.
Yeah, there was the one video, I don't know if you remember, but it was just like Odd Future falling apart, like literally like bleeding into the sink and stuff, and it was just Earl's sweatshirt song. I forget what it was called. May have just been called Sweatshirt, to be honest
Yeah,
with you.
yeah.
But I remember watching that and being like, I'm scared. Like, this is terrifying. You really got me into the persona Earl be in this?
Fun fact, these guys already know this. Earl's father was the poet laureate of South Africa, which basically means like he was the state appointed poet.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a strange thing to be appointed.
It is a bizarre
Yeah.
title.
Bizarre thing to be appointed to.
But it's cool because it runs in the family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one track off of the new record where it has poetry from his father being read out, and it's kind of like dissonant and in the background, but it's like really pretty, and it's just like spoken word. It's not like over any melodies or anything like that.
I think he also got a clip of like his mom talking. but
Yeah,
she was
his mom's
something else,
doing, like, a
giving,
lecture.
a lecture, giving a speech or something like
Yeah.
that. And then he basically wrote that song as like the conversation you wanted to have with them or some stuff like that. Or
Yeah, it was so his relationship with his father was kind of dwindling.
Yeah.
Or it had dwindled at that point, and he wanted to show him that song, and it was supposed to be like the starting stone to kind of like get back on the right track with his dad.
Yeah.
And his dad passed away like suddenly,
Oh.
and he wasn't able to show him the song or anything before
Wow.
the record came out.
Dude, that is a sad story there.
Yeah.
Man.
So if you thought his lyrics were dark before,
Yeah.
I'm sure it just gets darker from here
Yep.
on out.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Damn.
So yeah, anything else you've been listening to this year?
I always like going back to my old stuff. I don't branch out as much as I should.
Right.
Yeah. A lot of Kendrick I like.
Hell yeah.
Kendrick's probably
He's
out of
my
the
number
mainstream
one
rappers
all the time.
is my favorite, yeah. And I keep going back to him because same poetic. And there's a lot of stuff I haven't heard from him that I'm realizing.
Yeah, he's got
Yeah.
a couple mixtapes before like the TDE
Yeah.
era, so there's like quite a decent
Mm-hmm.
backlog. There was a leak of like quite a few Kendrick tracks. Now they're not his best, and there's a reason why they weren't released.
Yep.
But if you're jonesing, it's there to
Right
listen
on,
to,
yeah.
and it's still high caliber. It's just not like the AAA Kendrick that you're used to.
Plug the dream bill, plug the ID.
Yeah, there's tons of artists.
There's so many. I like studying singers as well. So
Yeah,
I listen
for
to
sure.
a lot. Like I love Sia. Sia's like one of my favorites. And
Yeah, she's fucking good.
remarkable, man. I love Sam Smith. Sam Smith is like one of my favorite. Shawn Mendes is probably like my favorite artist, to be honest.
Cool.
You guys could say what you want on that one.
No,
No,
all
you
of
like
them,
the Shawn Mendes?
all of us are like extremely tolerant of
Cool.
like pop music. Like,
Yeah, and Shawn Mendes inspires me. I look at him, I'm like, okay, let's go make a name. Like, let's go do something with ourselves here.
yeah, it's crazy
Yeah.
what some of those people do. Like, I've always dug a little more unique and different sound.
Yep.
But I would never discount artists that are making music of that
Right,
caliber.
yeah.
Like it's high quality.
Yep.
It just happens to appeal to a mass audience.
Exactly, yeah.
And like I can listen to Shawn Mendes and I could come here and have like a nice, deep, thorough conversation with these guys, but most of the other Shawn Mendes fans are just going like, "Oh my God, this is the greatest music I ever heard," and it's kind of shallow and vapid.
It sucks that
you know?
it's almost like a pigeonhole, really.
Yeah,
And then
Well,
if
that's
you
what it-
want to
definitely.
That's what music is to some people. It's not as important as it is to
Yeah.
us. That's why we have these conversations.
Yeah,
'cause it's
definitely.
important to us. So
Yeah.
when you kind of hear them, being like, "Oh my God, I just love this song," because it's like some people. I've met people who don't like music, and
No.
I have, and I've but that's just it's like
Name the names.
it's like someone who's like,
Name
I don't
'em,
like.
yeah,
it's like,
name 'em.
No, I don't need
Let's
to.
get them.
But it's like it saddens me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Puts a
that
void
breaks
in
my
my
heart.
heart.
Like,
But at the same time, it's like there's people who will not like certain kinds of foods that you're like, I can't believe.
Right here, man. You can
Yeah.
name the most basic food. I don't like
He doesn't
your
like
food.
mayonnaise.
are you like a chicken strip and milk
Oh,
kind of boy?
Buddy, yeah,
Chicken
man.
strip and
Ever
milk?
since I was a kid.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, that's such a
Getting
skinny
embarrassing.
white boy thing.
Mhm.
Chicken strips and milk.
I don't think
I
I've
don't-
ever heard of that
I don't think,
combination.
no. A bottle of water's fine with that.
Milk,
But,
chicken, and
never
milk.
heard of
Like a
that.
chocolate milk?
You gotta dip it too.
Jesus Christ!
dip
I can't even drink.
Do you dip
chocolate.
it? Do you dip your chicken strips in ketchup?
I don't like ketchup.
He doesn't like
whatsoever.
mayonnaise
Whoa.
either.
I went traveling through California with
Oh, and you
like
just starved to death?
no, with literally a culinary like student. He was going to be a chef and stuff.
Yeah.
This person made us 2 meals. He made himself this most extravagant dish, and then he made me like my spaghetti. You know?
Damn,
And it's
dude.
so yeah. It's
What is it? Do you just get like overwhelmed by flavors? Or you?
Yeah, it's that because I think as a kid I was babied with food. Where
Yeah.
like I spent a lot of time at my Oma and Opa's house.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, you eat what you eat. This is it. It's on your plate. You don't leave till it's gone.
Yeah.
Cool. But when I was at home, my parents were like, I don't care.
What do you want,
What
Tyler?
do you want?
Yeah.
You want bread? Here you go.
Word.
want?
Yeah. See, my parents used to make
Every
me
kid wants
sit.
bread.
They
Every
used to
kid
make
wants
me
bread.
sit at the dinner table if there was something I didn't want to eat. Like I used to hate like Hamburger Helper when I was a kid,
I like hamburger.
and we weren't rich, so we ate that kind of shit a lot.
Yep.
And I would gag if I put it in my mouth.
Yeah.
And they would be like, well, you're going to sit there and you're going to eat it because we're not making you anything else. And I'd be like, I want to starve. And they're like, that's also not an option. So I'd be like crying into my
Yeah.
beef stroganoff and like eating it. And I'm like,
Oh my god.
That's the way I am with your most basic food, even to this day.
How did this
Yeah.
play into when you worked at Ribfest? Because you like did the Ribfest tour thing, right?
Yep. Ribfest
So-
was fine because it was you get all you eat, and there's different like meats because meats don't bother me. Like meats are fine, whatever. It's
But
just
all sauced up like that, you know,
yeah.
dripping.
Saucy.
Yeah, I made the food. I made the food, so it was okay. They would
Dripping.
make fun of me sometimes though, but not a lot because people like the dry chicken without any of the barbecue sauce on
Yeah.
it, and I would make like myself that, and it wasn't too abnormal. But
interesting.
But yeah, I'm just the basic eater. I want to eat to survive, so I can focus on other stuff.
Oh, that's
No, I'm just kidding.
kind of like the guy who made a Soylent.
Yeah.
Question.
Yeah.
So, as somebody like that, because I'm not, I love food, but I hate cooking, stuff like that. If you could just have one pill, maybe per day, and
Oh.
maybe 3 pills per day, to just have that, and then you don't have to eat.
Not
you
even
do it.
not even a question. Not even a question.
So you
Wow.
100%. I don't
I
like
can't.
food
I love
that
eating.
much.
I
Powerful.
love flavors. I love.
Yeah, dude.
right?
I'll sit there and I'll just rub
love
butter on
tacos.
my tongue. I'm like, hell
And
yeah.
I've seen you do it.
I completely.
I just see you at home. Just
I'll eat my tacos if there's pubes in them.
Right
No.
on, right on.
I
beg to
don't
differ.
know about that.
No,
I
but
got farther.
I definitely.
That's true.
I
Yeah.
definitely respect the person who finds food as like an art form, who finds food like it's an adventure, and like you're supposed to examine other cultures' food and like the exploration of it. Because my buddy's Nick is the exact same way, and it's I didn't realize that until I met this guy really, but I get it, but I just don't like it.
That's
I get
fair.
it.
That's fair.
I get it.
All right. Who wants to start with
You,
their?
so you can lay the foundation for us, guy.
Okay. Well, I'm kind of just creating the foundation as I go. So, here's my Spotify wrap up. Basically, the first page, it tells you the first artist, the first brand new artist you discovered for the year, and my first artist was JID, our boy Jid.
Interesting.
Yeah, super interesting because I don't remember what song it was. It wasn't enough to be impactful enough for me to go listen to his first mixtape. I really didn't care about Jid until like halfway through the year when I heard that he was working on the DiCaprio 2.
Did you call him Jid?
He calls himself Jid. I don't know what to call him.
Jid, yeah.
JID?
his Grandma used
Yeah.
to call him, like, Jid, you used to jid around the house all the time, so that's how it came off to that. Is, JID, Jid. Little sporadic little
Word.
motherfucker.
So, yeah, he released the DiCaprio 2 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
And it's shaping up to be a contender for me for best record of 2018 for sure.
Wow.
Page 2, let's see what's going on. Can you guess how many minutes you spent listening this year? I've already seen my results, so I'm just going to click it. The answer is 98,939 minutes
Mr.
of music.
Brag a lot here.
I'm which if anybody's curious, I think comes out to like 73 days, 73 or 74 days of straight listening playback, which is 21% more than I listened to last year.
What
You're
changed?
improving.
I bought Bluetooth headphones to use at work, where last year I had corded headphones, and sometimes I would just be working a job where I couldn't have them in without them ripping out of my pocket.
Gotcha.
That's the worst.
So next year, I'm going to have them my wireless headphones for a full year, so I expect this number to probably go up by like another 10%,
I'll beat you.
which is
You guys have to set a goal here.
so far I haven't seen anybody with a higher number, and I'm kind of concerned that I maybe consume too much audio media.
But you can do other stuff while consuming audio media.
Yeah,
So
that's,
you know
that's
what? That
true.
justifies
That's
itself.
true.
Yeah. You're not
Um,
like sitting there just like eating
like
up
that.
all of your time. Just
just staring
It's like-
dead.
It's like a fifth of the year.
someone
isn't
comes
it?
in, you're like, that was
Yeah,
good.
but I'm at work for
That was
That
good.
was worth
9
my
hours
time.
a day, and I
Unfucking
listen to
believable.
music that whole entire time. And I listen to music while I drive, and I listen to music while I'm at home, and just
Yeah.
like doing whatever. Like if there's any excuse for me to put tunes on, they're going on. You
Yep.
better fucking believe it.
Yep.
All right, let's go to page 3. See what's up.
What's on page 3?
Page 3.
Tell us.
Tell us.
I think it shows your top played artist of the year. This artist is he's called AJMW, and it was just like some lo-fi artist. I would just like put on some lo-fi hip hop and stuff whenever I'd be working on my computer, like if I was doing programming or working in Photoshop and shit like that. Like just something to like allow your mind to kind of follow a line, but it wasn't too like intrusive and
Right.
distracting to be able to like complete another task with. Kind of boring. The charts. What does this mean? Sure, December has too many end of the year lists already, but mine is special. Oh, it's gonna give me like a playlist, I guess.
Yeah, it'll give you the taste breakers. and
My
then it'll
top
give you-
100.
Ooh. Tell us
Interesting.
all of them. Every
Should
single
I-
100.
Should I go through a couple of the top 100? Not
Do
play them.
Do all 100. Go for all 100.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Let's go through all
All
100.
right,
It's like this
let's see who I
4 hour.
got. Let's see who I got. I have the playlist saved. Top songs. All right.
PK, you're the most requested.
Hey.
Wow. Look
Goddamn,
at that.
boy.
Nice,
you
man.
cutie
They all want this
patootie.
mustache.
That's it.
Give it to him.
That's it.
I gave him it.
Fuck yeah.
All right. I don't know what any of these songs are. Wait. Oh, is this somebody else's saved?
How-
Yeah. Oh, I saved somebody else's.
was it
Okay.
mine?
No, it's this guy I went to college with.
didn't
My
go to
top song
college.
is Anthem by the Sweatshop Boys.
Oh, I was good Charlotte.
The anthem.
Not gonna happen.
Do you wanna search it up? You wanna we can each play our top song.
Do it.
That's a great idea.
Okay.
It's a good idea you got there.
Good brainstorming.
Anthem by Sweatshop Boys. Sweat with just an E-T, no A. Yeah. So the Sweatshop Boys is an interesting project. I don't know if you guys have ever listened to the hip hop group Das Racist. They have a member Heems who his
Heems? Like Godheem?
God,
Like Keemstar?
you guys like the Suicide Boys?
hell yes.
I loved. Yeah, man. A guy when I was working Ribfest got me on the Suicide Boys.
Oh, dude, they're fucking sick.
Yeah.
They're actually they were my girlfriend's top artist of the
Really?
year.
Shout out
That's
to
I
Lauren.
you know what's funny about it too?
Mhm.
When I first started explaining what the Suicide Boys were all about and the kind of music they make, and I showed her some, she was like, "This is so cringy."
Really?
And I was like, "What do you mean?" And she was just like, "It's just two white guys, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Yeah, but this is like it's too edgy and too angsty."
Mhm.
And I was like, "It's cool. Like they're onto something here. Like
Yeah.
they're touching on like some real like dark punk, like almost metal vibes, but then like bringing that over into hip hop, right?"
They bumped too, man. They played bang.
Yes,
Bang.
crazy
You hear the
bangers,
backseat
and it's all
banging.
produced in house by Ruby.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Yeah, which is
Awesome.
crazy.
That's super cool.
And then one day I just caught her listening to them when I like got home from work.
That was
and I was
it.
like, "What are you doing?" And she was like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like,
Throws the phone.
"Oh, you listening to the Suicide Boys now?" And she was like, "Yeah, they're fucking sick."
Yeah.
Whoa.
This guy here got me into Brockhampton. I didn't know until you showed me
Oh,
that album.
Brockhampton's crazy.
And then I just started like, I'd go on these little runs. I'd listen to Brockhampton. That's
Yeah.
my jam.
So yeah, the Sweatshop Boys and the other group I was talking about, Das Racist, they're like basically like an Indian influenced hip hop group, which is like a
cool.
sound you don't really hear a lot.
Where are they
but-
from?
They're from New York.
Okay.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
But I think it's something you might see more of coming down the pipe because like this year Asian hip hop had like a huge takeoff with like 88 Rising. They're putting like quite a few artists on like Rich Brian, Joji, people like that, right? So I think you might see a huge expanding of the hip hop industry to include other cultures, which is super interesting because like lots
I'd
of
be
the
down.
beats are sampling like Bollywood like
Yeah.
movies and shit, and
Cool.
it's like a super different vibe than what you're used
I'd
to.
be down for that 100%.
Super cool to hear.
Yeah.
I showed them to a lot of people and like I don't like it.
Really,
and
eh?
that's totally fine. But I'm like I don't know. I'll take anything that's like trying to switch up the game a little.
You gotta respect the difference. The
Yeah.
differences where someone's like, well, we'll try this, I guess.
Definitely. All right, so we'll continue down my list while this plays. Let's see here. You're adventurous. You listen to non-mainstream artists 63% more than the average Spotify listener.
Favorite jeans?
Brie. I'm a Brie.
Blue.
Probably cheddar.
Blue.
Asiago.
Asiago. Fuck
That's a
yeah.
good one.
You guys are
Yeah. Swiss. You can't go wrong with Swiss.
It's
Like a
alright.
nice
Jesus.
slice of Swiss.
just a slice of Swiss.
Kraft single.
Yep. The powder of macaroni and cheese.
Damn, boy.
Now, kindly ask chat to mind their own business.
Asiago all the way.
Yeah, so basically, I'm a hipster, I guess. 63% non-mainstream artist. I don't know how they measure that. What constitutes a mainstream artist?
The one.
Would they have to be over like a certain? They have to be on Billboard or something,
I
maybe.
don't know.
Shit,
Yeah.
man, I don't know.
Radio play. I don't know. Just
Interesting.
They have to know Lady Gaga. And if they know Lady Gaga, they're pretty
Oldest
mainstream.
song. That's a strange category. Even with all the newfangled music coming out, you still found time for oldies like Blue Train, remastered 2003,
Wow.
recorded in 1958 by John Coltrane.
Damn, boy.
Yeah, that's
On
a
that
that's a
OG
guilty
jazz.
pleasure of me. I do like to listen to like a lot of like blues oldies, some jazz stuff like that. It's the perfect well, Laura, my girlfriend thinks I'm a psychopath for playing this kind of music while I play games where you like shoot aliens in the head and stuff. But I think it's like oddly suiting.
It's therapeutic.
it's like those movies, where those scenes and they like have the
Yeah,
juxtaposed
exactly.
kind of-
It's
yeah.
like a Quentin Tarantino film.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Okay, here's another weirdo one. It's in the stars. In 2018, you listen to more Libra artists like A$AP Rocky and Childish Gambino than any other star sign.
Thanks, Spotify.
Hey,
Are you a Libra?
I don't know what I am.
What's your birthday?
Unbelievable.
June.
I don't know what that is.
You're a
Great.
Cancer.
All talk. In between tunes, you tuned into some quality podcasts. Your favorite was Stuff You Should Know, and you
Hey,
you
Fabio.
also dug the last podcast on the left. Shout out
Nice.
Ape Audio. We'll be on this list next year.
Nice.
Hey.
Stay tuned.
I don't know who
Okay,
that
we got
is.
2 more to go through.
Yeah, I don't know either.
All right.
Taste breakers. Oh, do you want to play one taste breaker as well?
Break them taste, boy.
Let's see. So the Taste Breakers playlist is basically stuff that Spotify expects you to have not come across at all. So
Admiral Crumple.
here, I'll just give you my top taste breaker. It's called. Here, just look at it. It's a weird one.
Ice JJ Fish.
Why didn't you say it?
It looked like it said odd octubu tree.
All right.
Oh, nice and Casey veggies.
So apparently. Oh, this is not it. Oh, it is. Interesting. Anyway, apparently. Yeah. Apparently Spotify thinks I would have never come across music like this, which is interesting.
You're very adventurous with music. I feel like there's nothing you can't come across.
No, I listened to the whole Taste Breakers playlist, and there was definitely a couple things that were like, whoa.
Really?
I wouldn't stumble
Oh,
across
okay.
this. Like, just like some really experimental kind of music.
Is there any music that you just don't get into? Like you tried maybe, it just didn't work.
Pop country, it's pretty bad.
Country?
Yeah.
It's not my
pretty
favorite.
bad.
It's
Yeah.
just. Yeah. It's even
There's something remarkably
more-
uninteresting to pop country.
because it's more scaled down and more like cookie cutter than like actual. I don't want to say actual pop music, but it's like the mainstream like top 40 stuff.
Yeah.
Because like you can tell they experiment with like textures, different samples, sometimes different like chord progressions. They'll like hit a certain chord and you'll go like, oh cool,
Right.
that makes that song sound kind of interesting. But with country, it's like there is country chord progressions and they usually tend
Definitely.
to fall into that. You also, now that you're living in a world with like more people are trying to explore more and be more creative with like the textures of sounds, like different kick drums and different kits and different synth samples.
Right.
It's you're dealt with guitar, drums, and bass.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a testimony, almost like I don't want because like I hate saying like the whole rock is dead argument is kind of like I think it's kind of bullshit, but at the same time it shows that like when you kind of the same textures, if it's like the perfect because like all of country music's mixes are amazing. They're like the perfect,
Oh,
like
yeah.
they're so clear and they're so
I think that's
dynamic
what
and everything.
I
But
don't really enjoy though. Like
Yeah.
I feel like it's not necessarily a genre that lends itself well to being in such a high fidelity.
because when you have it more of a raw sound, it gives it the character. Like when you hear,
Yeah,
like, when you
exactly.
hear like a country artist, like there's this one that was called like, I'm gonna called like Mandolin Orange, and I didn't listen to them much, but I kind of like tuned into a few of their songs, and it's like it just sounds like you put a mic in a room and you just recorded them like all playing it. And
like,
it was like
that's why I specifically said pop country. There is some old country artists and new country artists that I think are doing some amazing.
They just got to bring the vibe because
to the blues, man.
It needs to be a vibe. Like you can't just follow the formula and it works.
Maybe
but
it's a genre that's super populated with just like industry plant kind of cookie cutter, like go make us some money.
Same with
kind
football,
of thing.
Like, it's the whole stem in Nashville.
I can hear through the bullshit.
Good for moms.
It's a whole different world though. I don't even know what it's like. It's like not that I'm saying like, oh, I kind of want to. It's like some documentary like this guy put himself in the country culture for 30 days.
I hear it on the radio and I'm like, kill me. God, it's bad. And then I think the only other thing that I'm not a super fan of, and it's not that I don't like it, it's just I'll never go out of my way to listen to it, is like some more slowed down, like acoustic folk music. Like,
I love that. I can't agree with you on that one.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's totally fine.
Yeah.
It's just not. It's slower than like my heartbeat, so like we just don't sync up well. It's not that I hate it.
Yeah.
Like I hate pop country. It's just like we just don't get along.
We just don't get along.
Okay, so there's one more page here. Let's see what it is. Oh, I think it's just gonna show my. It's like a summary of my top artists. So my top artists are AJMW, that lo-fi artist, Era,
nice.
who
change it up a bit with the metal,
shredding metal, Tobacco. I showed you guys Tobacco when we first started preparing the podcast. He was like super weird, electronic-y artist who would like bake his cassettes in the sun to get like the super warped vibe to like his music.
Eh?
Sorry?
That's nuts.
Oh yeah,
That's
it's
just to think
super
about,
weird.
yeah.
The Cancel, it's just he's just a DJ, and then DJ Sean is not a DJ. He raps over the Cancel's beats, which is kind of interesting.
Nice.
So yeah,
that's how those go hand in hand.
Yeah,
it's lovely.
Yeah, that was my 2018 wrap up. Somebody else want to get into it?
Yeah, sure. I'll get into mine. I got mine loaded up here.
Get yours out,
so
brother.
I kind of just like went over this before, so I'm gonna kind of go as blindly into this as all of you are. So started 2018 by listening to "Creep" by Kina Grannis. I don't know if that's a cover of Radiohead. It might have just played it at one, maybe at like New Year's party or something like that. Sure. And guys, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about this right now.
I'm gonna interject here real quick.
I went to the bathroom. Like, guys, I have to listen to this.
When
quick.
the Spotify Wrapped playlist went up on Hip Hop Heads on Reddit, people were posting all these songs, like the first song they played of 2018. And everyone's like, "Yo, Drunk Me was fucking wildin' on New Year's Eve, man." It was like R. Kelly's Ignition like remix for like a ton of people, or just like really whacked out songs like that. Anyway,
yeah. So, I guess let's listen to music for 18,899 minutes.
Ooh, that's weak.
Step your game up.
Yeah, I think it's because I like download a lot off Spotify, so I think I got the premium, so
it still counts.
It still counts.
Yeah.
Oh well, exposed. Guess I don't use it as much as I should.
So
no, Patrick and I just have a problem.
You've got a fucking problem.
Yo, I don't have a problem.
So the top artist that I listened to was Northlane. It was 26 hours.
Dang, that's fucking wild.
Yeah, man. I can say thanks to them on Twitter, but I'm not because I don't use Twitter, so thanks.
Or is it just their whole discography?
I don't know. It just said spend 26 hours. That's all.
Oh, you don't remember listening to any of it?
When their new album came out, I listened to it a lot.
Yeah.
And their older stuff I don't really listen to that much because they've kind of like adapted their sound to sound a little bit more like chill.
Yeah.
And they kind of like matured, diversified their palette, I guess, throughout their album. So I kind of listened to that a little bit more than the rest. Let's see what we got here. Top 100. Starting from 100.
Count us down, baby.
No. Should I just play it on Spotify? I don't know what I should do.
Do it.
Do whatever feels right, man.
Banjo.
You listen to non-mainstream artists 129% more than the average Spotify listener. So here's to being different.
There you go.
Wow.
Oh, interesting fact of our friend Ryan Jesso. I think his was like you listen to 168% more original music than the average user. He listens to like a lot of sludge metal and like doom metal and like offshoots that have like a listener count of like maybe 10,000 people a month.
Nice.
So he made sure to screen cap that and send that over. So I knew how much of a hipster he truly was. And now he's not allowed in my house anymore. I'm just kidding.
I got some taste breakers here, which is this album called Swagism by the band Ghost Note, or by the artist Ghost Note.
Ghost Note. That sounds really familiar.
Yeah.
Isn't that like when you hit a ghost note?
Yeah, Ghost Note on the snare when you're kind of hitting it very lightly, and it kind of adds like a
Swagger was it?
Yeah.
Was the name?
Swagism
Swagism.
with one GS.
1GS?
You committed a swagism.
Oh, it's a full album.
I just put a little bit of it on.
I like the cover.
This is wild already.
Looks like he's holding a giant piece of bread.
Yeah, the French loaves of bread.
Check out that
Hey
big
Ian, what
cat.
makes the cool?
I don't know, Christian. Tell me, what does make the cool?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Swagism?
Swagism.
Definitely swagism.
Why don't you just say Swagism?
Ghost Note.
While we have this on, so my top artists were pretty much within the same vein. Minutes listened 18,899. Top genre metal. Top songs, we got some Veil Maya, we got some Good Tiger, we got some Volumes. So yeah.
Is that kind of what you expected to see?
Yeah. I mean, like, usually when I look up like new artists, I don't really do it on Spotify. I kind of go through like Reddit, or I kind of go through
Right.
YouTube, like into just kind of a free fall of that. So
Yeah, for me, Spotify's like the ultimate discovery utility. But I have like all sorts of playlists and stuff that I mess with to pick up new artists to listen to.
yeah.
You up, boy?
Yeah.
All right.
Give her.
Fucking check it. Mine.
Oh, your swag is your expression. What is that picture? Is that guy carrying a baguette?
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
That's what I said. It looks like he's carrying a big piece of bread.
It's an abstract. It's definitely a man, though.
So my first artist that I discovered of 2018 was King Henry. Don't
King
know.
Henry.
Nice fade. Shout out Devin Flynn on the fade.
Yeah.
that
nice.
fade was sick.
Lit fade.
So I don't know who King Henry is, but apparently he was the
Your
person-
first listen?
He's my first listen, man.
That's cute.
It's got a special place in my heart. The amount of minutes that I listened to music this year was 34,801.
Oh.
Man, he topped you, dog.
Ooh, that hurt.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. That was like double.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But doesn't feel as bad as Christian's.
Mine doesn't feel bad. I'm kind of proud of it, to be honest.
Makes me
I
feel
heard a
bad.
lot. I heard a lot of shit. I would love to be able to go through like my hours played on like each individual artist. I'll have to see if there's like a service to check that out.
Mm.
So my next page tells me to say thanks to this artist, but I can't because he's dead. But apparently, I spent 81 hours with Mac Miller.
Damn.
You spent 81 hours?
I guess, man. That's
Shout
right.
out Mac Miller, R.I.P.
Damn.
I don't know, man. Whatever you want.
Yo, play the first
Objects in the
the
rear
first
view.
joint off of Swimming.
Oh, come back to Earth.
Yeah,
My top
that
artist.
shit will make me cry every fucking time.
Great. Let's see some
All right.
tears, baby.
We're about to watch Christian cry, guys.
So my top artists were Death Grips, Sublime, Tyler the Creator, Aesop Rocky, and Mac Miller.
That sounds like a great mix.
That is a great mix.
Yeah, it's a little strange.
I've tapered back on the Sublime this year. I feel like since high school I've just been like rocking that catalog so hard that I'm finally like I'm kind of gassed on it.
I was pushing them really heavy this year for some reason.
Yeah. Have you listened to their they have a couple projects that aren't on Spotify. I think
No.
like Stand By Your Van, like a live record that they did. If you can get your hands on it, check it out. There's some really cool
on
deep
YouTube?
cuts on it. Yeah, it's probably on YouTube.
I'll
And
check
then they
it out.
have another thing. I don't know if it's on Spotify, but it's called Everything Under the Sun. It's like a bunch of Sublime B-sides and stuff. So like if you can't get enough of Bradley Noel's sweet, sweet voice, there's still lots of shit to listen to.
Is that the stuff like all the acoustic stuff?
Yeah, some of it's acoustic. Like Everything Under the Sun's a bit of a mix of everything. I think they have a strictly acoustic record, and it's called like Lou Dog Meets Friend or Has Friends or something like that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Boom.
So, my next page says that my favorite musical subgenre is pop rap.
Pop rap.
Pop rap, eh?
Who falls under the pop rap
I don't know,
subcategory?
but it says-
Tyler Ends.
Yeah.
There are only about 7,430,730 listeners who love this type of music as much as you do. Only. Makes me feel very special.
I wonder what the highest number when they still
I
say
know.
only beside it.
I know, like that's a fucking huge
2
number.
billion people only.
Such a big number. My next page is the oldest song, and it's "The Way You Do the Things You Do," recorded by The Temptations in 1964.
Oh, great jam.
Thanks, guy. My next page, All Talk.
All talk?
The Joe Budden, the only podcast that I listen to on Spotify.
What do you think of the Joe Budden
Besides Hey Audio, of
podcast?
course.
The only one that I checked out was the one that you told me to check out.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
His puppy just passed away like
Oh,
a day or
damn
two
it,
ago.
Joe.
So the podcast that
You're
drops,
blaming.
Yeah.
I think the new episode drops tomorrow, so it might be a real sad one.
Oh, man.
I'll fill you guys
You're gonna have to
in.
write in your
Thanks,
hate
guys.
comments
Look-
to him.
Looking
Come
forward
on,
to it.
man. Why'd you let your dog die?
That is so sad.
Have you seen that video?
Yeah, dude, he's throwing rocks inside the car and shit.
What happened?
Oh, it's crazy. These kids like saw Joe Budden outside of his house,
Yeah.
and they just started like verbally assaulting him, like, "Yo, it's fucking Joe Budden. Fuck you, Joe Budden." And Joe Budden is just like, "I'm gonna kill you guys." And he starts chasing them around the
Terminator
neighborhood in his
style.
fucking car. Yeah, he like blocks them in at one point, and they had their sunroof open, and he's like throwing rocks in, and he's like, "If I could just get in there, and if it was legal, I'd fucking kill you guys."
my God.
It's like a legendary video.
Jesus.
When did that happen?
2 years ago, I think. It was while he was still working at Complex under Everyday Struggle.
Kind of terrifying.
Jesus.
Yeah, the man's got some anger issues, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'd say.
Up on Joe Budden. Simple answer.
Well, I don't know about that, man.
You don't get veins in your forehead for no reason.
Don't comment. He'll find you.
That's true. And then it's my taste breakers, which is a weird one. Well, not really, I guess. Actually, this one's a really long one, so maybe I'll do the next one because I didn't listen to it. It's by somebody called Man Wolves, and the song is called Sauce.
Man.
I'm ready to
Man
get sauced
wolves.
by
By man
I'm ready to
wolves.
get sauced by the man
Let's
wolves.
see it.
Man Wolves.
There it is.
Let's listen to it.
Have you listened to any of these yet?
No.
Okay. So this is
Other than the
this
first
could be
one,
the
it was
wildest
super
shit we
long.
ever heard.
Is it hard to be fresh if you don't have money? Or
It's a good start.
when I had no money, I still had sauce.
Oh,
Yo, Gucci!
Man.
You lost.
You notice that Gucci Mane looks like the thick neck guy?
Yeah.
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 Well, actually, have you seen him recently? After he got out of jail, he's pretty thin.
Oh, never mind then.
Well, he's like shredded,
Yeah.
but he's thin.
No, I meant more like that Gucci Mane era when he was like just always in jail.
Did you know he murdered a person?
I did know that.
That shit's crazy.
And he's not in jail
He
anymore.
was fully naked, and he snapped his neck.
Wait.
How is he not in jail?
Because
Money.
it was self-defense. The guy broke into his house.
Okay, cool.
Oh.
Gucci Mane was like,
That changes
he was like wilding on PCP in his own house, and somebody broke in to like steal shit from him, and he killed him.
He's kind of cool. He's like, you know, rapping. He's got like a bass player
Yeah.
like playing as well. Oh, they got the whole band. That's cool.
It's not bad.
This kind of reminds me of like Bad Bad Not Good when they feature like a hip hop artist.
Yeah.
Yeah. But maybe this
And
is
this
just
guy
Man
sounds
Wolves.
really
Maybe it's-
similar to Chance the Rapper.
Yeah, but maybe it's just like that's the band. It's just they're just like a hip hop
Yeah.
group.
True.
Oh,
Damn, he's got the whole
The
squad.
tow trucks? How do you just get tow trucks?
Escalade tow truck is.
Yeah.
That's his dad's
Does
business.
he own a
you
towing
know
company?
Yeah.
The editing's on point. Look at that.
Why is he wearing iPod headphones? Is that so he can follow along to the song? I forgot my own song.
Bro.
Alan, you want to do something like this? No, this friggin' yeah.
I wonder how long these edits take.
30 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, I got the keyboards in there.
Actually, it
And we don't
might
have to
just
make
be
it
a
too
button
long
you
so we
press.
get
I
an
feel
idea
like
of how it
edits like this is just a website you go to that
Yeah.
it's called like
Yeah.
Edgy
we
wordy.
should figure out some time really, really soon,
musicvidify.com.
'cause I can-
True.
Yep. I mean, we could even do like a one take. And then we
That's
can
the
edit
worst
it
way
like
to get
this.
paid.
That'd be dope.
This isn't bad, actually.
Yeah.
This is pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for bringing this to our attention.
Yeah. Are you gonna check
Alright.
them out later?
Yeah, I will, actually.
Nice.
Cool, man.
100%.
I like that.
Send me your Taste Breakers playlist.
I think I already did.
Oh, did you? Did I just not save yours?
You're like, yeah, I'll follow it. I'm like, yeah,
I didn't.
fucking
I lied.
bet.
I lied.
I bet you will.
I followed some dude on my Facebook, but not yours.
Yeah, of course. What do we matter?
Christian doesn't even use Facebook.
Why? I think I
Jesus
just figured
Christ.
because it's in the Discord, it's there forever. I just have to scroll up to
Yeah.
find it.
Yeah.
When you're
Yeah.
feeling in the mood.
Yeah.
Yeah, so never.
No, I will listen to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ruthless.
So
with
was that your whole list? We're all through?
That was it.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah,
I
good
guess.
stuff.
It was killer.
You guys want to wrap it up?
Yeah.
Let's
Ship
do
it
it.
We already
is.
wrapped our stuff
A
up.
lot
A whole lot of our stuff up.
All right. What do we say?
Thank
you,
you guys.
Basically, we got to edit this after the show's done. We're gonna be up on Spotify, Apple Music. What's all the other ones? Google Play Music,
Google Play Music.
Stitcher, something called Podcast Addict. I don't know. Anywhere you want to find your podcasts, you can find that shit.
Cool.
We'll be up on Twitch again next Tuesday, 5 p.m.
Bang.
Do you want to just wrap it up? You want to just
wrap it up?
Yeah. Tyler, anything you?
Oh, dude, thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Seriously,
coming.
I love doing this. I like talking and I like sharing some cool ideas.
Feel
Anything
free
you
to
wanna
drop
plug?
by anytime.
Please follow me on Instagram, Tyler_ENSS, because that's my most thing.
All right.
And,
I'll make sure I put that in the show notes if
do it. That'd be
anybody
great.
wants to click on that.
Click.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make
Right
me-
up here, down here. I don't know where it is.
Smash
Anyways.
that bell.
Yeah.
Fist that
Fist
bell.
that bell.
Subscribe button.
Make sure you hit
Whatever
the
you gotta do.
notifications.
Hit the
Tell your
video.
friends about us.
Yeah.
They might like it.
See y'all
They
next
might hate
week.
us.
They might-
Peace.
Later.